comrades, today is June 1, 2026 and the current time is 1918. Due to a temporary egg shortage, the Institute will be canceling breakfast dining temporarily, and this is not at all related to the professor's breakfast-induced stomach pains. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Whoa! Oh my gosh, I thought I had hidden all these things. Oh no, Rimworld, please don't crash on me. Please survive. Hey, good evening, comrade gamers. The game is actually booting up in the background. I thought I had given enough time to boot up, but apparently I did not. And so we're gonna sit here in the black void listening to my wonderful voice until this magical game decides to boot itself up. Also, my stomach hurts. I should not be eating breakfast ever, because eating breakfast apparently hurts my tummy, and I need to stop doing this. It literally, if I eat breakfast, my stomach hurts for the rest of the day. I don't know why I do this to myself like every single time. So anyways, how are all of you doing, comrades? Wow, nice fart. I don't know why that's not showing up on the other oh, I guess I had the sound alerts thing this entire time. How are all of you doing, comrades? Hello, Riston and Ray and Zia Poser. Congrats to Zia Poser for being first. Also hello to Deep Ponce and Goldenrod and thanks to who joined us, Tamriel 2 for the follow. Yes, welcome to Rimworld. Hopefully this game will boot up at a reasonable pace so we can actually get started on our magical adventure, because I am kind of curious to see what's gonna happen. Right, I think we should be fine. We should be fine. Anyways, how have all of you been? Hopefully you've all been doing good and you're all, what's what I'm thinking of? Having a good evening otherwise. I just drove 6 hours today, and I am, like, a little tired, and I'm trying to function as a human being. Obviously, functioning as a human being is a little difficult, but I'm going to do my best. I have been, like I said, I drive from Canada back to home. I went to go see Ray. It was our first anniversary as a married group pair. I don't know what the right word is. Couple, I guess. Sure, let's go with that. That's probably the more normal way of describing it. So that's essentially why I was up in the fabled land of Canada with all the maple syrup and all the things that entails. Good times, I'll tell you what. Doing all what's on the agenda for today. Oh, today we're going to be continuing building our little what's what I'm thinking of, our little adventure. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I need to oh my gosh. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm like trying to chug my water just so I have some, you know, some, what's it called in me? Some wonderful liquids, because I have been very dehydrated. So it's a couple. Okay, well, me and Ray are a couple. Welcome to our little colony. If you might remember what we're doing, welcome to our rat maid adventure. There's a bunch of non-rats here, which is perfectly fine. I think there's like 4 of them, 5 of them with a guest. Other than that, we got some wonderful rats with armor. We got some wonderful rats that are in maid uniforms, and we've got some wonderful rats that are in some weird eclectic mix of gear that I probably need to fix. So we're gonna try to spend today in fixing up what our gear situation looks like, because unfortunately right now our gear setup is a bit of a disaster, and it's something that I've been meaning to fix at some point. But today is going to be, let's build the colony out. Right now our main goal is to finish building our defensive areas here and probably over here. We're also trying to build a graveyard. We have a pen full of muffalos. In fact, we got way more muffalos than I thought we'd ever have, and we're trying to set up our big defensive walls here. And down here we'll also need a lot of protection, but I've kind of been putting it off. There's a lot of animals on the map, and we probably need to start hunting down and trimming some of them, you know, herd of these foul creatures and all that jazz. So we'll see how this pans out. Oh my gosh. But yeah, how have all of you been otherwise? I hope you've all been doing good and had a wonderful weekend. I got to see some really interesting creatures over the past week, and I don't think I posted too many of the photos on the Discord. I've been meaning to post the photos. I just kind of got lazy and haven't gotten around to doing that yet. At some point I will. But it's some very interesting stuff. But we'll talk about that in a bit. But basically, hold on, I'm grabbing a charger cable. I just realized my phone is dying. Me and Ray have been together for a year, even though we've been together for a lot longer before that, but we've been, legally bound to each other by the will of the Canadian and American legal systems, the legal systems that control men and women and everything in between. So that's kind of why I had to go up there, because it was a good time to celebrate. We went to some nice fun places and enjoyed our fun times like that. Also, yeah, it's really cold, so all of our crops are dying. I think we're not going to grow any of the double strand. We should probably try to harvest this as much as possible, but I don't think this is harvestable at all, which is a very, very big problem. So it seems like essentially all of our crops are dead, and we're not going to be able to get any of this, which sucks because we were going to try to grab them. Unfortunately, I think it's a little too early to grab them, so I think even if we're to try to cutting these crops, it's not going to be enough. So very, very tragic times for all of us here in our little colony, trying to make sure we have enough to survive. But other than that, yeah. Oops, sorry. Oh yeah, so hello Kayla, I see on the other side. Also, I saw a lot of people have been... I saw some new posting on Discord about our wonderful Fire Emblem run, so we'll be getting those onto the game soon. Essentially this week, the main things that I want to do are we're doing this today. We're gonna do a train game tomorrow. We're gonna try it out, and then we're gonna try out we're gonna keep doing the Fire Emblem run on Wednesday, and then we'll do we'll do Star Sector on Thursday, because a lot... Oh, chat. Oh, is chat... Oh, shoot, I know what's going on. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I just saw you posting. Holy cow, I'm so sorry. My YouTube chat was also like super weird. So the main thing I have to do that I kind of forgot was whenever I reboot my PC, I have to turn on caster labs, and that's how it turns on the screen. So I did not notice any of your messages, and I finally switched the YouTube chat to live chat instead of top messages, which, by the way, is a really stupid thing that YouTube even has as an option. So now I'm catching up on what you're saying. Okay, you're trying to finish it tomorrow, you're just suffering a brain fog despite having to do homework. Lazy otherwise, run your private months, you're gonna be a menace. I mean, I don't mind people being menaces. I'm basically the greatest menace of them all. That's basically a fact at this point. So anyways, yeah, we'll see how this pans out with our wonderful little Rimworld colony. My main concern is that winter is approaching very quickly, and we do not have a lot of food. So I am trying to ensure we have unholy amounts of food. We have lots of hardtack, we have lots of corn, and we have a lot of smoked meat. So we at least will survive, in theory, through an entire season. Now, the other thing is temperature management. We're going to try to start finally teching up this week if we can, but research is actually surprisingly slow, which is kind of a bit of an issue. Oh, I got to reconnect the bot too. That's right. Let me do that. There you go. There's the bot reconnected, so now you can actually engage with the game and do things. So let me make sure. Do we have enough houses for everyone? We got 16 people, and there are 16 double beds, which means we have enough beds for everyone, which is great. Okay, and also there's a thing that's attacking us, which means Riston probably wants to go murder a turkey, so I'm gonna have you go murder a turkey. I don't know what you were doing before, but I guess your whole job is just to turkey. Also, a bunch of people have gutworms, so, more fun shenanigans ensure as we try to deal with that as well. Yeah, I guess we're gonna make a Thanksgiving dinner. No, it's not thanks, it's Thanksgiving. We're gonna give tanks away to everyone. Everyone gets a tank. You get a tank, I get a tank, everyone gets a tank. I love tanks. Speaking of which, I really would go... Wait, where did the turkey go? Oh, shoot, you passed it. Your combat... Wait, why is your attack speed so high? Why is your attack speed so high? Holy cow, wait a second. Your weapon handling is 142. Your hit rate is very high. Oh my gosh, there's a 0.8 second cooldown. Wait, that's actually insane, because I think most people can't even get that high. Umi with an 8 basically has a... Umi's is faster, but that's because the weapon is lighter. The weapon really does matter a lot, I think, for your cooldown. Yeah, I think this weapon has a very short cooldown regardless. Yeah, adjusted for weapon, 1.44 seconds, 0.75. Yeah, that sounds about right. 2 years, what do you mean? I'm seeing this like moderator thing popping up. I did not know this is a thing, but it is kind of interesting of this moderator anniversary. So I guess it's only go for 2 years, and I know Ray's been here for like 40 something. That's around the same time I think me and Ray started going out, I think, or maybe a little after that, something along those lines. So yeah, me and Ray have been together for a very, very long time. So that's a fun fact. That's a fun, cool fact. We also need to start getting more water. We do not have nearly enough water in this colony. This thing is pumping as much as it can, but I think we actually don't have enough pump or like water wells, and we have to just start dumping more wells everywhere just so we can feed more water into the system, because boy, who would have guessed that this colony kind of needs a lot of water. So we're gonna try to fix that by adding more wells so that we can get more water. Crazy concept, I know. But yeah, basically a lot of this is we need to order people like Ray to craft, because I gotta get this stuff built and I've been putting it off for too long. So, because you might have noticed, we have a lot of cloth and this entire storage room is just a bit of a disaster. We will move this around later. I just have not bothered to do so because it hasn't been a huge priority, but it's gonna become a priority very, very quickly. So let's try to fix that up quickly. We are still running out of steel. Our colony is beginning to enter the we need to start acquiring steel phase to start doing a lot of our projects. So if you start seeing me, you know, gather lots of steel, that's basically why. Unfortunately, we can't really make aqueducts because Rimworld doesn't have Z levels. If we wanted aqueducts, we'd be playing Nova Roma. That's a meteor. Congratulations, you destroyed our rice crop. And now I have to go destroy this thing. That's fine, I guess. That's fine. I'm not gonna question it. Okay, so we got this built, which means I'm gonna copy. And we're gonna have all these linked together, paste the same settings, and then hopefully we can start sorting through all this cloth. We have so much cloth because we've been growing a lot of cloth, but we don't really need cloth for the foreseeable future, so we're gonna stop growing cloth, and we're gonna start switching to, I don't know, literally anything else. We were growing cotton, but once the weather changes, we're gonna start growing a lot of coffee. The rock sword. Is that what I mean? If that's the logic we want to go with, sure, I'm not gonna question it. That's fine. I'll accept that logic. But anyways, real quick, I do want to talk a little bit about the things that I'll talk about it later, like a little bit. But me and Ray did get to see some cool things like animals. We saw a lot of crazy animals while we were on our little adventure. Most notably, while we were out and about, we went to this place that was like bothering me for the longest time. It was a animal, like, it was like, did you know Canada for some reason has a African lion safari? I have never seen such a thing in Canada, and I was always curious, but like, what is this African lion safari and why is it in Canada? And so, oh shoot, is this, I think this is our guest now, right? Yeah, our guest can leave now. She got worms, but now she's gone. Okay, so I guess that's it. So yeah, so we can send this off. Yay, we got the quest completed, and we got some hyperweave and a reinforced barrel. Though I care less about the hyperweave, I care more about the barrel, which is probably a little weird to say, but it's true. Wow, that is a lot of cloth that I cannot haul into the correct spots. Can we move some of this in there? Yeah, let's do that, by the way. Also, holy cow, Airman Joker cannot carry any more things because that shield alone is eating up a huge chunk of his carry capacity. Who would have guessed? Anyways, did you know Canada's got a cool African safari concept where you drive your car through this pre-made path, and it costs you about, it's very expensive, and it takes about 2 hours, and it's about like a 7-kilometer drive. But you and your car get really close to like some crazy animals like a rhino and elephants and giraffes and lions and monkeys, to the point where monkeys were just casually climbing up on people's cars, which I guess they're just used to, but I just thought it was kind of interesting. And I did not realize it was a thing that just is in Canada, because Canada is not exactly the type of place I would expect to hear the words African lion safari. In fact, let me show a picture real quick. I'll see if I can post it on both sides. So here it is on, yeah, there it is. Like, we were just driving around and like there's just a monkey. He's just on top. Look at him. He's just there. Why? I thought it was kind of interesting. So yeah, it was just more than this too. Like, let's see if I have another one I can pull up that I can see. This one I think might be okay. Let me save this one. 165. Okay, so this is a slightly different one. But this one too, it's like we're going around and for some reason there's just an ostrich walking about and just pecking at cars. Now in this one it's kind of taking a peck at the like the vehicle from the facility, but I was like, what is going on? And it's also one of those places where they're like, hey, you got to make sure you don't open your windows. Like they put a bajillion signs everywhere because they don't want to be liable. Like they don't want to be liable if your car or if your kids get eaten by the lions. Yeah, I was willing to drive through with my BMW. It was fine. It was totally okay. I just thought it was like, all right, this is what we're doing now. Like I said, I was so curious about what the heck this was for like the longest time. Like I told Ray, like I need to know what this is. We're gonna go and we're gonna see what this is. I have to know what this is. And so we did. And it was fun. I thought it was a lot of fun. So I finally understand what the African lion safari is in the land of Canada. Holy cow, it is expensive. They charge you like $15. They charge you like $50 a person. It's not per car, it's per person. So I was like, holy cow. For me and Ray alone, it was like 100, I think 110, 120 Canadian after taxes. And I was like, oh my gosh, how does anyone in Canada live with these prices? It's a big oof. So that comes, I think it came out to like 70 to 80 USD. But you know, you do it because you think it's fun, and we're there to try out some interesting experiences, and I personally thought it was interesting. I think Ray thought it was interesting too, but mostly I think she was just kind of she was just there along for the ride because why not? Surely that's the case, right? Probably. We do need to make our new workshop. I think I wanted to, what did I say? I wanted to put the workshop here, and I wanted to put the food here. I think is the plan. I think that was the plan, right? Yeah, I think I said workshop here because I wanted to move all this over there, and then we can put all the food and general dining in this general area. With how many pawns we have, it might actually behoove us to make a second dining table soon and put more chairs, but I think this dining hall might actually be a little too small for what I wanted to have done. I should have made this a little bit bigger, which is a little unfortunate. Oh my gosh, look, all of our cloth is already like filled up. Oh, we do have more weapons. Let's see, does Garm have a rifle? Okay, so Garm, I think, needs to upgrade to a Ratkin sniper rifle that requires bullets that I do not have access to, which is a little concerning. And I don't think I have access to a loading bench, so we cannot actually make munitions for this. Yeah, this uses a specific Ratkin cartridge, which we don't have any bullets of. So when we get the bullets, I guess we'll give it to Garm so that Garm can be the hero that Garm deserves to be. But until then, we're kind of running low on that. Also, we got a war merchant, and I guess we'll go trade with them real quick. So, hello, Marksman. How are you doing? Anyways, hopefully we're gonna get ready for some beautiful Fire Embleming next week. I'm excited for Fire Emblem, or this week. If you haven't submitted a character and you want to submit a character, please post the character. If you need help, feel free to ask. There's always someone that has more knowledge of the game than I probably do and can probably provide some assistance on trying to build your character out. That's what I always tell people if you want to participate but don't know Fire Emblem that much. That sounds ominous. Oh yeah, we did see a lot of butterflies, and butterflies landed on me. We went to like some butterfly conservatory, and I didn't post any photos of them, but they were very pretty, and they landed on me, and they landed on Ray. We took lots of photos of the cool little butterflies, some beautiful blue things, you know, some cute little critters that are just out there. By the way, does every room have stuff that we need? Okay, so here's our, oh, we need lighting. We gotta research electricity soon. I think we're gonna, I guess we're almost finished with this. I think we will start doing electricity now. Yeah, I think it's time to start doing electricity. We'll do the Ratkin stuff in a bit, but I think electricity is probably the next big thing, so we can finally get out of this like tech level. Speed, skill, and luck are the only stats that matter. Wait, what are we talking about for that? What do you mean speed, skill, and luck? Is this a reference that I don't understand? All right, let's go trade with these folks. You're putting food in the oven and a half. Once you're done, what are you gonna eat? I actually literally just ate 5 minutes before stream. I was like hungry. They have another neutral. Oh my god, they have a female. Wait, We can make a breeding pair. We can make a breeding pair of neutralopes. Oh, hello. I think we will do that, actually. That sounds wonderful. I want a breeding pair of neutralopes. And then, I don't know why these are like that, but we'll sell these and make more. And then, what do I not need? I don't need these cannon shells. We do actually have a decent amount of the Ratkin cartridges. That's kind of interesting. Didn't have any books to buy. Don't really need the javelins. Don't need the revolvers. Don't need that bolt action. Keep the Ratkin sniper. Okay, so I can actually give Garm the Ratkin sniper kit. That's probably fine. All right, this is probably okay. So I lose 472, but I gain a bunch of stuff. People feel from me if they need help. Their characters also chicken breast, potatoes, squash. Ah, okay. You gotta eat the squash. It's probably because of the fibers or the nutrients in it. Fire Emblem. Oh, you know what? Okay, so here's the thing with Fire Emblem. I'm of the opinion that speed and like skill actually doesn't matter. Luck, you would be surprised at how many people like to dump luck. A lot of people don't think luck is a necessary stat, and then they explode. Because luck is the skill that helps you not die from random criticals, essentially. And a lot of people are just like, well, just have enough stat. No, you're gonna need it. You trust. Okay, we're gonna copy this real quick. We're gonna call this the I need this to be sniper rat. Okay, and this is gonna be a Ratkin sniper rifle with the appropriate bullets. I don't really care what we have, but we'll just carry at least 40 should be. Oh, actually, they don't weigh that much. Wow, each bullet's only like 0.01 kilogram. Holy cow. All right, that's fine. And then we're gonna switch Garm over to the sniper rat kit, and that should be fine. I mean, I guess that's true. I guess if you can kill the enemy first, you don't really need luck, but it's one of those things where it's like, you probably just want to make sure you have it just in case, because if you don't have it and then you need it and then you die, then you only have yourself to blame. Yeah, potatoes and meatloaf for dinner. That sounds pretty good, actually. I don't eat meatloaf that much. It's not really a thing that's really consumed in my family. Okay, so I need a way bigger pen. This is not nearly large enough for all of these animals, and I have to like expand this now. I don't really know how I'm gonna expand this in a way that's useful right now, but for the time being, I think we can probably expand it out like this. Probably something like that would add a decent chunk of growing zone. So I've actually had shepherd's pie before, and it's actually quite delicious. Would it be cursed to say that my first experience eating a shepherd's pie was from, and I kid you not, Cheesecake Factory? That was actually legitimately my very first experience with a shepherd's pie. I don't know why that's the case, but it just happened to be that way, and it was pretty good from what I remember. Like, I didn't hate it. I mean, to be fair, like, if you ever need to eat something and you're like, you don't know what to eat, but you need to eat something, you would be surprised how much you can find at a you'd be surprised at how much you can find at your local Cheesecake Factory. That place has basically anything you could probably want for some reason. They specialize in basically every form of cuisine. You want Chinese, you want Thai, you want American, you want European. It's all there for some reason. I don't know why, but it is. And so Cheesecake Factory is just kind of known for like that. Yeah, if you want to eat something, you want to take someone somewhere, but you don't know what they want to eat, you just take them to Cheesecake Factory. Like, that's unironically what the whole purpose of Cheesecake Factory is. It's like that you don't know where you want to take your date, but you don't know what your date likes. Take them to Cheesecake Factory. They will be okay. Trust the process. I actually haven't been to Cheesecake Factory in a while because it's gotten really expensive, so I don't really find a purpose in going to Cheesecake Factory. So I'm just like, what is the point of this place exactly? And it's just like, oh yeah, they sell overpriced cheesecake slices and overpriced, you know, food. Apparently some of the food's actually kind of okay. when I used to go with my family every now and again, there was one actual dish that I did enjoy. They have like this jambalaya pasta dish, but they got rid of the pasta part, and I think they only do it with rice now, and it sucks. When they did it with pasta, it was like a a jambalaya with the shrimp, the sausages. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's see, what are we researching next? Okay, we're doing carpet making. That's okay. But yeah, I really enjoyed like that type of stuff. But again, I haven't been that in a long time. I usually just like if I'm going somewhere to eat with Ray, right? Given the choice of the plethora of restaurants that exist out there, why in the world would we choose to go to a cheesecake factory? Right? Like in the end, like if you already know what your partner likes to eat, why would you go to Cheesecake Factory? Unless your partner really likes Cheesecake Factory, which is a whole different thing. That's a whole different problem that you have to deal with. That's my opinion on it. Just, shrimp. I mean, shrimp is... Actually, you know what's really funny? I think I mentioned this before, but I think I have a mild shrimp allergy because I'll eat shrimp and I'll just like my tongue or my mouth will start to die. Specifically, it's not my tongue. It's actually like my lips will get like slightly swollen and tingly. I'll still eat it. It's fine. It's not like my throat doesn't get like clenched up or anything. What is Cheesecake Factory anyways? It is, I don't even know how to describe it. Cheesecake Factory is a American restaurant chain that just specializes in basically whatever thing you want. Like the main thing with Cheesecake Factory is that its menu is just everything. Like, have you ever seen a Cheesecake Factory menu, like, legitimately in paper? Like, okay, so you go to a normal restaurant. Okay, a fine establishment, their menu is going to be, like, maybe 2 or 3 pages long, and their wine menu is going to be... Their drink menu, wine menu, is going to be longer than the actual menu. You go to a sit-down diner, you'll have maybe, like, like a Denny's or an IHOP. You'll maybe have, like, 7, 8 pages of, like, multiple things, but there's, like, maybe 4 items on each page, and they're all, like, big pictures. So it's, like... Maybe the whole menu is like 30 different items that you can customize around, whatever. You go to a Cheesecake Factory, that menu is like, I swear, like 15 to 20 pages. Very, like half, like maybe a quarter of them are advert pages that are take up the entire sheet. And then the rest are like the menu, but it's like condensed text with barely any pictures of the actual food. And you will literally consume anything from American burgers to Thai rice dishes, to Chinese noodles, to European classics, to steaks, to salads and cheesecakes, and like all this other, and like it's just a disaster. I don't know how the chefs keep up with like the entire. Let's see if I can find an example. I think it's just easier if I pull up a Cheesecake Factory menu just so you can see what this is like. It's really funny because there's only one Cheesecake Factory in all of Canada. Cheesecake Factory menu. I feel like this is one of those things that's like seeing is believing. I think I've actually talked about this on stream before, where I'm like, yeah, here's the Cheesecake Factory menu. It's a disaster. Okay, here we go. Well, let me show you the cultural mess that is the Cheesecake Factory in terms like the culinary cultural disaster. Okay, so we've got pickle fries, jambalaya arancini. So this is basically now we're mixing, Southern Creole dining with Italian style cooking. Asian chicken nachos, avocado toast for some reason, some chicken and biscuits and fries. And then you start scrolling down more. All right, we got chicken katsu next to a Baja bowl, next to Peruvian chicken, next to teriyaki salmon, next to street corn ribs, next to cheeseburger spring rolls, next to chicken pot stickers or gyoza, next to Tex-Mex egg rolls, next to a quesadilla, next to Thai chili shrimp, next to crab dip, next to flatbread pizzas of all kinds, next to your burgers, next to your sandwiches of whatever you possibly want, next to your salads of like 50 different varieties. Everything from tossed greens to a classic Caesar to a Thai chicken salad. No, it gets crazier. No, it just keeps going on. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you just keep scrolling. Look at this, 21 different specialties. You've got chicken, green chili, enchiladas, next to Thai noodles, next to Korean fried chicken, next to chicken tenders, next to a shepherd's pie, next to a meatloaf, and fish tacos. Oh yeah, and then they have all the pastas like fettuccine alfredo, next to carbonara, next to, you know, all this stuff. Next to a gumbo and fish and chips, and miso salmon. And then you have like your normal steaks. No, you have to keep going. I need to point out, look at where the bar is. Okay, look at where the scroll bar is right now. Okay, we're only halfway through. We're only halfway. Well, we still haven't even reached the cheesecakes. Yeah, no, this menu's insane. Look at this thing. Oh yeah, now we got the kids menu. Oh wait, then we got the all-day breakfast menu. Oh, here's the cheesecakes. Yeah, no, they actually have cheesecakes. Like, they actually do specialize in cheesecakes, and they're actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying, the menu for this restaurant is a culinary experience that I feel like you have to at least try once to really get it. Right? You get the picture. No, you don't understand. Or you have to go. By the way, you can buy a slice, or you can buy a whole cheesecake. It's kind of nutty. Oh yeah, and then they have like the bajillion different drinks that you could possibly get. I mean, to be fair, like when you think about it, a lot of this dishes, even though the menu looks really extensive, you can kind of generally break down all of them into the same core ingredients, and all you're doing is really changing the sauces. And a lot of them are probably frozen, and all you gotta do is throw them into the deep fryer, right? So that you can eat them. Like Tex-Mex egg rolls, right? Okay, chicken, corn, black beans, peppers, onions, melted cheese. I guarantee they're not making that fresh and wrapping it right there. They probably have these ready to go in a freezer, and all they got to do is just shove them into a deep fryer and then just put the avocado cream sauce on top, and you're done. And that avocado cream sauce is probably used in a lot of other dishes, and you can probably just look at that, and it's probably going to be the same way, where it's a lot of the same core ingredients, and all you got to do is just rearrange it in different ways. Right? A lot of overlap is probably the best way to describe it. Like, a lot of them are chicken. It's sliced chicken. All you got to do is change the seasoning, and then you're fine. It's all using the same rice. You're not having a variance of like, this one's made with jasmine rice, this one's made with American rice. It's just all the same rice for all the rice dishes. You know, a flatbread is a flatbread. A burger's a burger. Everyone knows how to make a bloody burger. And all the salads too. Like, you think about it, and it's just like, okay, it's just... The only one that would probably be super specific on the lettuce is like Caesar salads, because that's always like, oh, it's got to be like romaine. But everything else you can kind of just mix and choose of like, okay, just grab whatever we have from the generic salad mix and then just change the toppings. And that's really all it is. Like, a lot of it is just, that's how they are able to have this ridiculous menu. I do think it's one of those things like you should try once if you have the opportunity, just so you can experience it. Right? Just experience it once and you will understand the absolute absurdity of that menu. It's really funny. I think it's hilarious. All right, we gotta make more ballista bolts. We need to have storage of ballista bolts. Actually, I know what I do. I don't know if set up a roof here. This should be roofed. This should be roofed. Well, we'll also roof up this one too here. But anyways, yeah, how are you doing, man? Hopefully you're having a good evening. I don't know if I said that. We did a lot of other stuff in Canada, which was a lot of fun, and I have a lot of other photos. I haven't had a chance to sort through them yet. You looked at them, it's a lot of stuff shipped from cold storage and reheated inside. Yeah, that sounds about right. The thing is, like, a lot of modern food restaurants, like a lot of quick service restaurants especially, are basically the same couple dishes. Just it's basically who can reheat like Cisco food the most. Like, if you go to like a Chili's or an Applebee's, they're all gonna have the same fucking food. It's all gonna be the same dishes, and it's a little depressing when you think about it like that, where it's just all like, it's like all the food is just coming from the same few places. I think that's really tragic. Well, what are you gonna do, right? It's basically, if you go to like any of those restaurants, it's basically a fight for who can make the cheapest dish, you know, the cheapest variant of like the Cisco food. Yes, Kahila, hello. So it's some interesting stuff. Like, I do kind of like keep up with some of the, you know, ongoings in the restaurant industry, primarily because I like eating out. So yeah, so what is the thing that you wish to talk about in this rabbit hole adventure? My gosh, I have so much cloth. I don't know. Oh my gosh, we have so much logs too. I really need a better... Oh right, we're gonna make a weapon. I think we're gonna turn this into like the weapon storage, so but I don't have a weapon rack yet, so I think we're gonna hold off on that. I want to put up like the crossbows and like all the other ratkin weapons. A pumpernickel. All right, let me look up pumpernickel. Am I gonna be concerned about pumpernickel? Is Argentina's very first homegrown food chain operating from 1974 until declared bankruptcy. It's a cult. Wait, it doesn't exist anymore. Wait, their logo was just the Burger King logo. All they did was just say pumpernickel instead of Burger King. Let's see what the cost from declared bankruptcy. Okay, let's see. Oh, the American fast food chains just won over everyone. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I think the main thing too, when you think about it, is especially like as much as people like to rag on America, even especially today with the current political climate, American brands for like the longest time just held a extreme position of like renown, right? So ultimately, you know, everyone wants those American brands coming to their country. So it's like, yeah, you can have your homegrown brand like Pumper, but it's gonna be overtaken by Wendy's and Burger King and McDonald's ultimately in the end. That's the lawsuit once Burger King. Oh, okay, yeah. Then also, yeah, that's also gonna be the lawsuits and stuff because of the brand identity and all that jazz. I should open up a restaurant. I should open up a restaurant chain. What would I sell? Hot pot and fried chicken. That would be my gimmick. Have some hot pot, have some fried chicken, all in one place. Does anyone ever want that? Probably not, but we can do it. Anything's possible with enough hopes and dreams. I need Ray to build me this fence so I can actually move the animals out there. We also need to build like a winter storage for these animals soon. Okay, I forgot Ray is stuck here, so I'm gonna... Oh, hold on, cancel. Alright, let's get Ray out of here. I did not realize she was inside of this, and that's probably bad. I was expanding our food storage here, so let's just let Ray out. Okay, there we go. The Dessers? What's the Dessers? What do you mean by Dessers? Is this a word that I'm not familiar with? Also, it is getting close to winter, so we probably need to get ready for this. 6 colonists do not have the clothes for winter season. So... yeah, the light ratkin veil. What else could you wear that would add warmth to this? A parka? Do we have anything that's like not like that? Let's see. A winter robe. I guess we can make a bunch of winter robes then, right? Probably. I guess a cloth. We have a bajillion cloth units. Just make like, I don't know, 5 for now. Yeah, let's make like 5. We'll see how this goes. Desserts. Oh. Wait, what do you mean about the desserts? Am I missing something here? The Pumper desserts? I don't know what the Pumper desserts are. I prefer Hesburger over McDonald's, prefer Burger King over Hess. I have no idea what Hesburger is. That's like a brand I've never like heard of. Oh, for my restaurant? Oh, so for desserts, I'd probably... oh god, I don't even know what I would serve. Ice cream? Cakes? Tiramisu. I would serve tiramisu. Like, unironically, tiramisu is like my favorite dessert. It's like... it's really funny where it's like, because every time me and Ray go out somewhere to eat, if I see tiramisu on the menu, I'm just like, I really want to try their tiramisu, and I'll start comparing it to other tiramisu I've eaten, right? Because I really like tiramisu. It's like I don't know why I started eating that when I was a kid, and I've just been like, oh my god, this is amazing. I don't like coffee, but I love tiramisu. Like even this, like the espresso flavor with the sweetness is just the perfect mishmash, and it's chef's kiss wonderful. Oh right, weren't we gonna make a sauna? I swear I kept saying that we're gonna make a sauna for Riston, and I keep forgetting about it. We should probably do that at some point. I guess we should start working on it now. All right, let's start adding the additional hallway here. And we can add like a sauna or something. The main thing I'm kind of worried about is, again, this entire house is made out of wood, so all it takes is a really bad fire and everything goes downhill, so we should probably be a little careful about that, shouldn't we? Yeah, we're gonna have a sauna for the main area here. The inn we haven't built yet. I was gonna build the inn section here, but I haven't had a chance. Also, again, we don't have that many builders, so our builders are overworked and underpaid. Xikaxi Colmesona. I have no idea what that means, but I'm gonna hope I didn't butcher that completely. Yeah, I'm gonna hope I didn't butcher that. Oh, I tried. Cheesecake Factory is 250 items. Apparently the kitchen food was on 40% of the restaurant and they have low food waste because they're algorithms. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, they probably have a very specific way of making food, and like, you don't become a massive chain like Cheesecake Factory with that size of a menu without having a very specific workflow to make sure you don't waste a single, morsel of food. That's generally how it is. Airman Joker's too cold. We really gotta get those warm things going. That order uniform is not really designed for winter weather, unfortunately. I may need to have Airman Joker not carry that shield. I think it's just not appropriate. He's not gonna be able to wield that, I think. Z Opposer might be able to wield the shield though, but definitely not Airman Joker. He's not strong enough. So if you drop that for now, I might actually have Z Opposer carry this. He should be able to wear this with this current gear. Oh, okay. I don't know that one. I don't watch Eurovision. The only Eurovision song I know was God, what was it called? It's the one where it's like where does it go? What was it? It's like a dude. His jacket's really puffy, but it's like only the sleeves and like the upper half, but it's like there's no lower half. And then he was like, what's it go? Da 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 na na da na 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 na. Oh god, what was it called? It was a second place song. Now I'm like going crazy trying to remember what it was. Yeah, Cha Cha Cha, that's the one. Yeah, oh my gosh, thank you. Yes, like that's the one. That's like the only Eurovision song. Oh, there's like one other one I know. There's like two. There's like that one. Because he's Finnish, right? I'm pretty sure he's Finnish. Yeah, and then there's like one other one that I remember, and it was like a jazz song called, I think, Disco. And I remember it was really interesting because it's like Slovenians, and the music had like a very like disco jazz theme that I really, really enjoyed. And it was like a very young group too. I think like the singers were only like barely out of high school. How's the World Cup treating me? The World Cup is going on? Wait. Oh my god, oh wait, the World Cup is starting soon? I don't pay attention to soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. I don't pay attention to it. I just know that I guess I know that like people have been like complaining about stuff and like where it's all. I don't even think it's taking place in my area. Yeah, I'm looking at the map for all the venues. It's not at all in my area, so I literally don't care. The nearest venue would be like a 6-hour drive for me. So yeah, I legitimately actually no, it's like almost a 10-hour drive. Actually, how long is the drive for me if I were to drive here? Hold on. Let's see, if I drove to this city from where I live, it would be about a at the very minimum it's like an 8 to 10-hour drive, and I am not gonna drive that far. I mean, realistically I would fly, but also like the prices are really bad. The prices for the World Cup are ridiculous. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, $500 minimum to go see a football match. It's not even a big match. You're basically just watching like a bunch of C-list and D-list teams competing, you know. I think is my understanding of how it goes. And yeah, it's obviously a lot of price gouging. So it's like I don't care enough. I never really paid attention much to sports ball, and it's just not my thing. I don't even pay attention to American football, if that gives you any indication of how little I care for sports. I know it's the whole thing of like, oh, but you should care about sports because, you know, other people you interact with on a regular basis care about sports. I don't care what other people think. I just don't care. Hello, C Corporal. So big stream? What do you mean so big stream? I am me big streamer. Me professional streamer. And Steve is fine. He'll be okay. Yeah, me professional streamer. I promise, me big professional streamer. Oh no, I'm not at all anywhere near where the thing is happening anyways, so I'm fine. I think it was also really interesting, which I have not been paying attention to this, but some of the stuff I saw on about the World Cup is so cursed and funny at the same time. So let me double check the World Cup map real quick, just so I make sure I'm understanding this right. I think there's one in, it's like New Jersey, right? I think it's one of the venues, either New Jersey or New York City, right? Okay, so New York City's got one of the venues for the World Cup, and oh boy, it's one of the cursed things about American sports stadiums is that they are literally unwalkable. You cannot walk to any of these stadiums, most of them, depending on where you're at. I think if you're in California, you're okay, but I think the one in New York, you straight up cannot walk to at all. Let me show you something real quick. Sony stream was recommended. It's really weird. What do you mean it's weird? Okay, I guess maybe I'm vaguely weird. Listen, I'm a very normal VTuber. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This is a very normal stream where normal things happen. Also, where's the Ratkin code? I need to put this in here. There's a stupid thing called Ratkin. I think it was called the Winter Robe. Oh, here we go. So welcome aboard. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. So there is a New York World Cup Stadium. I have no idea what it's called. Let me see if I can find a photo of it. It's really funny. Okay, it's called the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, which is technically New York, close enough. You ever look at an American stadium parking lot? Like, you ever look at a stadium from afar? Hello there, 14 peasants. Let's see. It is astounding. Because basically, the entirety of the US is designed basically for cars and strictly cars. And if you just take a look at this image here, which I'm going to pull up in a moment, it is comical how much parking is dedicated to this. And there's just like no way to walk here. You are forced to drive. That is all parking. The parking is bigger than the stadium in like all directions. You don't watch streams at all, you just kind of watch animation about Ratkin. Not like, well, welcome to a Rimworld stream involving Ratkin, I guess. Yeah, so, like, okay, I just need to point out the insanity of this image here. Hold on. So, look, you have parking here all around, right? You have a highway entrance over here at the top that leads into the parking lot. By the way, this parking is probably going to charge you like, you know, $50 to $100 for one vehicle, so they can make more money off of it. And then you can see here, there's across this highway, there's another parking lot that even has like a direct access point with this sky bridge. It is insane. Like, this stuff is actually just crazy. All this to fill up the stadium, and this is where the World Cup is going to be held for one of the matches for the New York region. I don't know what matches are going to be held here, but it's actually crazy stuff. And almost all the stadiums are like this. I think Garm caught a book called The Lonesome Actor. We should probably bring that inside. The drop was Simple Desserts, which is really nice. We'll bring those in too. And some of the other weird stuff too that I'm not sure if you've seen. I know Los Angeles was trying to do this thing where they wanted to maximize, or they wanted to introduce this thing called like Transit Los Angeles. I think it's for the Olympics, actually, because the Olympics is in about 2 years, where they're like trying to redo the Los Angeles public transit system so that people can get around to the games and to the matches and to the whatever you want to call it all through public transit. I don't know if you've ever seen Los Angeles traffic or how it's designed, but the city of Los Angeles is not designed for public transit in mind. It is not. For being the second largest city in the United States in terms of strictly population, Los Angeles has for some reason just straight up been, you know, okay, you know the idea of urban sprawl, right? eventually you'd think that's, you know, a denser city would mean it's a lot easier to make public transit. Los Angeles is not like that. Los Angeles decided, no, the solution is we just spread out even further and just build more highways, to the point where LA doesn't really have a really good public transit system. I don't even know if they have a lot of, do they even have light rail? Let me double check. This light rail, I don't think they have light rail at all. They do have technically a metro rail, but apparently it's not very good based on what I'm looking at here. I mean, it's got a decent amount of ridership of 200,000 per day. Okay, maybe the light rail's actually maybe okay, but it's very specific, and it's got that whole stupid hub and spoke design. So if I show you a map of LA, I just want to point out here, this is, it's just massive. Like, it's just a giant stack of urban sprawl. Okay, to the point where if you want to go like anywhere, you have to just hop on the highway, and obviously these highways are like a mess, right? Like, look at that beautiful wacky stack interchange over here that we got. This is what people have to deal with in LA, and that's why, like, you always see pictures of, like, photos of, like, the San Bernardino just being a giant disaster, like during rush hour. Because I remember one time I flew to LA for an event. I landed at LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, right? And I had to get to I think it was an Airbnb. I want to say like around, maybe like around here-ish, near the fashion district. And it took me like an hour to get there because traffic just completely stopped. It was completely insane. Oh my goodness. I'm just telling you. American city design is definitely one of the wackiest things ever exist. Whenever I play City Skylines, I'm like, I should do my absolute best to avoid making it look like this, but then I end up accidentally making it look like that anyways. And that's probably one of the cursed things that I hate the most when I try to do this. I swear it's not on purpose. It just ends up happening, and I hate it so much that I keep doing that. Ugh. Truly one of the most biggest disasters of all time. Glad you get to not be lonely today. Well, I'm glad you're at least here to enjoy listening to me ramble, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna quickly do some shenanigans here. So this is gonna be okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna, okay, I want these two linked. Can I not select these both? Okay, we're gonna link these. I'm gonna link these. Okay, and then these two are gonna strictly store fecals. Oh, can I not? I can't store that. Okay, we're gonna destroy these. Can I put fertilizer on these? Okay, cool. At least I can put fertilizer on these. But I can't put fecal sludge on these, which is a little annoying. I probably need a very specific storage unit for fecal sludge, so I might be able to just grab one of these like big old crates and call it a day. But yeah, you're probably right too. Oh shit, I forgot to get rid of on the vertical one. That the parking garage is going to be a lot more expensive. There's a lot of other interesting things. Like, I like looking at infrastructure and seeing how it all ties together. I don't know why. I'm just like a weird nerd that enjoys the movement of people. You can see some very, very interesting trends. I still wish we had the streetcar. Alas, we will never have the streetcar. The streetcar is lost to us. I'm just gonna do electricity instead of soil reclamation first. Let's get electricity before winter. I think I would really like to have electricity before the winter gets too bad. Although it is getting really bad. The weather is getting a little rough, and we may need to start figuring out how to make sure people don't freeze to death. So I'm still in awe of other countries' public transit systems. Gosh, I'd love to visit Europe one day. I can just take a train. What do you mean I can take a train in a tunnel from Britain to France? What do you mean that's a thing that you can just do? You can just do that? You can go underwater on a train? Hello, Dave, how are you? Yeah, so we may try out, we're gonna try out that new train game that came out. I've been really wanting to play it. It came out like a few days ago. It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam, so I'm like, ooh, I'm very excited to stream it. So we're gonna probably stream it on the morrow, and then we'll do Fire Emblem on the Ray said there was a word for the day after tomorrow. After tomorrow? I think that's what it was. Yeah, we'll do it on the after tomorrow. Is that the word? I'm gonna double check that's the word. After tomorrow. Oh, it is after tomorrow. Yeah, cool. Just take a bus on the metro and you can get to any point in the city. The bus run for about 5 minutes each time. Unfortunately, that's not the case in a lot of US cities. It's really, really bad in a lot of US cities. Even North America, like Canada, has it pretty rough too. I think the one city, I think the best examples I think that have really good public transit is probably New York City. I think Chicago's is okay. I hear San Fran's BART is really good. LA basically has whatever. I heard Detroit's also got like a metro line, but it's like a single line. I was watching a video about it the other day and I was like, oh, that's depressing. We're gonna try Running Train, the game that came out that I have been interested in. Oh, that's a meteor full of uranium. I sure love uranium. We'll grab that in a bit. We don't need it yet. We do need to start trimming some of this stuff. I need our builders to start building faster. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna release these animals into grabbing more area. We do need to start making a barn for these things, especially now that it's winter. So let's start building a barn. We can probably fit a barn here for now. Something like this should probably be okay. And we can probably put like a nice little flap or something to let the animals in. Yeah, just put like a nice little animal flap here. Should be good. This is not the train game I was thinking of. No. What is this? Densha attack, flip trick, and no, I'm not gonna play this. I'm not playing this. There's a lot of games like this where it's, I don't know how to describe it, but they're trying to capitalize on that Japanese core aesthetic vibe that's very eclectic and very loud, kind of like Jet Set Radio, I guess. It's very, this game is very Jet Set Radio coded, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'm not terribly, I like Jet Set Radio. I don't like a lot of the derivatives of Jet Set Radio. I'm not terribly fond of it. And a lot of them just try to be like, oh, look at our wacky quirky game, ha ha ha, and it's just like, okay, sorry, it's just not my vibe. I am a very specific type of game person, whether it's MMOs or tabletop or RPG type games. The other game I was considering playing was there's a YouTuber I used to watch a lot of called The Armchair Historian, and he actually has he for some reason decided to make a video game called Master of Command, and it's been on my list of RTS games that I would be vaguely interested in trying out. It's basically like I think it's mostly about like the Napoleonic Wars type deal where you kind of maneuver troops around. It's very similar to like a Total War game and stuff like that. And I was like, ooh, this seems kind of interesting and right up my alley. But I've been kind of waiting for a sale. How do I feel about Rat Zelda? I've seen people talk about Mina the Hollower. I have seen it. I don't know anything about it. It's not, oh shoot, these two are in like these two are beating each other up, but they can't hurt each other. They literally can't hurt each other because they're both so heavily armored. So are they just gonna be in a fight for a while? I guess they will be. I recommend one game about a train. I mean, you're free to recommend it. I'm not gonna say no to recommendations. Wow, this game has the same exact vibe as the GBA titles of Legend of Zelda, and I am instantly intrigued. Holy cow. $20, you say? This could be of interest. I'll put it on my wish list. You know, when you start looking through maps when someone else mentioned about them, you start finding funky, weird-looking streets or areas not in your country. Oh yeah, no, it's fun doing that. I love looking at maps and just kind of like going into what's it called to like Street View and just seeing what's there. You can find some very interesting stuff just kind of browsing around. Like, for example, let's pull up the map again. Let's go to the magical land of, let's say, the Philippines, right? And you just start like just drop that Street View pin and just see what you can find. Like, I'm just gonna drop it here. Like, oh look, we found a random street side, stall shop. Oh no, it's that whole town. Oh yeah, or if you start like zooming in on like specific parts of the world and you just like start finding like random like islands that you never realized. Like, I don't know what Mystic Island, New Jersey is, but you start like say zooming in over here and you'll be like, what is this island here? Like, what is this? And then you go, it's like, oh, it's called Main Duck Island. Why is there a pin for a house on Main Duck? Why is there a lighthouse on Main Duck? The world may never know. And that's kind of like what's fun. Thanks, Infinite. Wow, 95. You're almost at 100. Crazy. Or you start going to like Thunder Bay and all that. It's a lot of fun just kind of browsing maps. Although here some of the stuff might also be fake because the whole they're trying to, you know, protect their map data from, you know, oh shoot, we didn't build that out yet. Can we haul these animals in, please? Yes. Let's okay, there we go. Alana is capable of roping the animals, so we're gonna have her rope these animals back home. Perfect. What are the reviews? I have no idea. I kind of skipped over it for Duck Island. It said it was 5 stars, which is really funny. Let me see if I can find it. Excellent. What a great place. Much history. Well maintained by our Canadian neighbors. You want to go back in time and be away from sound of traffic? This is the place. Hello, top 0.01 streamer. Doing well. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing, Umi? Oh, actually, I will say the funniest thing is if you ever start looking up internet specific terms, you're gonna find some really cursed things. Or it's kind of funny depending on your interpretation, but let's just say there's a lake in Texas where if you look up the name of the lake, you're gonna find a lot of Japanese related media associated in the reviews. and a lot of sobbing emojis. If you know what to look up, you'll know what to look up. It's so cursed. Oh my gosh, it's fertile rain. Oh my gosh, all the plants are growing faster if it wasn't for the fact that it's very much frozen weather. We do need to start heating up the indoors. Oh right, sauna time. Right, okay, before I forget about the sauna, let's build a sauna now. All right, so I mean, I think the sauna can just be like one gender. Do we need a changing room before the sauna? Probably not, right? Probably not necessary, so we should not have to do that type of deal. Let's see, otherwise I would have been like, let's see, we'll put the sauna about here-ish. Actually, maybe we put it here. It's too big. We could also just attach it here. Maybe this is correct here. We just attach the sauna here. 8, 7, 5 by 6. Maybe 6 by 6 is okay. Yeah, it's fine. Why? Okay, fine. You want me to go hard? Should we have a changing room then? I guess a changing room is appropriate for a sauna. Oh shoot, my mouse is double clicking again. That's train game team. You know what? Team Fortress 2 is a train game. I guess if you think about it, sure, I'll accept that logic. I used to play a lot of TF2. Like, unironically, I was a big TF2 person back in the day. I don't play TF2 anymore, but I definitely played a lot of it. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, we're probably gonna have it mixed. We'll do a small changing room, I guess. I don't know how they would change their clothes anyways. It's not really a thing that we have to manage. And then I'll probably just put a small sauna here, 6 by 6. So probably put like a door access point here. We do have access to windows, so we could put a window here. Do you think they want a window? You control light and air separately, so you can just like let the light in without letting the heat out. Sauna, shower area, changing area. Oh, okay. I think that might be a little too much for us to do. Actually, wait, hold on. No, hold on. I have an idea. Hold up. This is small, but I think this will work fine. I have a really... You can probably just do this. You can do... hygiene. Oh, we don't have showers yet. Showers are not unlocked until modern bathroom fixtures, which we have to do after everything else. Okay, so we'll have to do that after electricity. Exactly. Don't you want to look into the sauna? Exactly. Yes, we are saving the sludge for biopower. I'm gonna just make a giant storage here for that. Just put like, I don't know, 2 fat crates here. Link these, storage, sludge. I don't know how to spell sludge apparently. Perfect. But anyways, how are you doing, son? Hopefully you're having a good evening. Only because the reason I didn't play it is because recent update broke your performance mod and the creators update. Oh, that is pretty tragic actually, yeah. I personally have not played TF2 in like a very long time. I will get into bursts of wanting to play TF2. I realize I suck at multiplayer, and then I'll play man versus machine, and then I stop playing TF2. And then same thing with Counter-Strike. I don't even know why I still have Counter-Strike still installed, considering I don't play it. Really? It's just not my type of game. So it's like, why do I even bother? I still have fond memories. I still have some items in my inventory that are apparently worth a decent amount, and I could probably sell off a good chunk of my like Team Fortress 2 items that I own for a sizable like chunk of cash. I don't know how much they're worth anymore. Let me see. Team Fortress 2. How much is the, let's go to the market. How much is the stupid, how much are the earbuds worth? Let's see. Oh wow, they're worth like 20 bucks. Sheesh. They used to be worth a lot of money. Oh, they're still worth a lot of money. When they came out, they were worth 30, then they dropped to like 5. Slowly climbing in price over the past couple of years. Now they're worth like 20 something. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ooh, congrats on getting a Switch. What have you been playing on your Nintendo Switch? I'm now curious about what games you've been playing. I have not used my Nintendo Switch in quite some time, unfortunately. It's a little tragic, but I'm just not terribly fond of using it. I'd rather just use my Steam Deck 90% of the time, so that's usually what I've been using. Okay, have a good night, Kahila. Thanks for swinging by, comrade. Rest well. Good blueprint. Stretch the connection room sideways in half. It's the west side is in the shower room and east side is the changing room. Make a terrace south of the sauna area and connect to the change. Okay, wait, hold on. Stretch the connection room sideways and half it, so west side is the shower room and east. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Because initially what I was gonna do to save space is just make like a couple showers here and then connect it to this thing. But if we have to do that, hold on, let's cancel this real quick. Remember to get you a shotgun. Okay, yes, we'll get you a shotgun when we can get a hands on a shotgun. Let's do this real quick. Why don't we dig this out? Let's dig this entire section out first. Gives us a lot more room, and let's quickly just kind of trim the roof off of this, so we don't have to worry about that caving in on us, and then we can figure out what to do from there. 3 houses. Oh, okay, nice. I like 3 houses a lot, kind of. Let me emphasize, kind of. 3 houses is a good game most of the time, but then at some point it becomes less fun and becomes kind of a hassle to play. I have no other way of describing it other than that, but just know that it has its perks and also its not perks. We should also, oh right, the other thing I wanted to do now that we have this built here is I wanted to put like a storage, I can just put like ballista bolts on top of, so we don't need to store a lot. I just need something to store ballista bolts. Maybe a small crate would make sense. We have basic weapon racks. Maybe just put some basic weapon racks for now, so we can store weapons like that. By the way, here's our warm coats. I'm not sure if the pawns are gonna start wearing them or have to manually order them to wear it. They can also put on jackets, but the outer coat actually covers it, which is kind of interesting. I did not know that's how that operated. Yeah. How many people have the sister uniform? Only one person should, right? It should just be Sun. Yes. We may need to make more fancy outfits. Okay, so Airman Joker did switch to the winter robe on top of the Ratkin Order uniform. Can we make more of these Order uniforms? Probably not. We can. So we can make combat uniforms now, which is quite interesting. Your social impact and negotiation ability change, but your melee dodge chance actually goes up by a small amount. The garden uniform, protect the gardens, only the best ratkin are designated to be gardens. Okay, so basically people who specialize in plant work would get this. So that would be what? Immortal and marksman would probably get a gardener's uniform because that's their specialty, but they wouldn't be really fighters. They're more just, they actually know Havel. Well, maybe we give Havel something else, I don't know. Need more doctors. We don't have that many doctors, surprisingly enough. I'm trying, but... Oh, Havel should be a doctor, actually. Maybe not Garm. I think Garm doesn't need to be a doctor. Hard mode. Okay. At least you're not playing on, like, Lunatic. I used to be one of those people that, like, I need to play Fire Emblem Lunatic mode, or I am a failure of a Fire Emblem player. Now I'm just like, who in their right mind would play Fire Emblem Lunatic mode? Nah, that's kind of what I've turned into. I'm like, ooh, this is kind of nasty. I don't want to do this anymore. How times have changed. I used to be one of those people that was such a try-hard at Fire Emblem. Now I'm just like, I try hard when I feel like it, which is kind of like whenever. I'm gonna do this until we have at least, I don't know, 40 in stock, and then I don't know how much this stacks up to. And then I'll make a very quick, let's see. I need to quickly dump it somewhere. I guess make like a zone here. Let's put the dirt on the floor. Expand it out. Storage, clear all, make it important. Set this for dirt. I like dirt, pile of dirt. I tried Lunatic and Awakening, and I decided I hated it. There's like a level of insanity that I think Fire Emblem players enjoy. It's like the Fire Emblem players are sometimes masochists in a way. My biggest gripe with a lot of the Fire Emblem difficulties on higher end difficulty runs is that you are like reliant on a very few select strategies to get through the opening parts of the game, or else you lose. And that's kind of been like my big... Oh, there's no growth here. Oh, there's no more crops here. Hopefully I don't starve to death. I think we have enough kibble that I can probably just give them kibble. Let's actually flesh out their sleeping spot. So what I'm going to do... We don't have hay grass yet, so... I can't add a straw matting. What I can do for the time being is I can give them nice beds, all of them. We have enough cloth to justify this, so we can probably just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, just do that. That's fine. More than enough beds for everyone. Oh no, they're getting busy with it again. Oh, that's where we're gonna have the malnutrition. Okay, so why don't we just cancel these, and then we're gonna put a hay loft, which I think I can store. I want to say I can store kibble on this. You cannot store kibble on this. Interesting. Only hay. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna can that. I'm gonna copy this device here, put it here, and then we're gonna set this for kibble as the other one. Okay, that should be fine. And then now we need to make more kibble. The problem is we don't have enough stuff to make kibble, so I think we had set this like what, 650, 1000. I guess 1000 is fine. Should be enough. I don't know if kibble expires. I don't think kibble does expire. So we got to get that done too, and then we got to start hunting down more animals because we need more food. This map has a lot of small animals, not a lot of big animals, which is kind of annoying. We could kill the boomalopes, I guess. Changing ROM should 1, 2 benches, 1, 2 cabinets for towels, and fridge versus alcoholic drinks. Showering room should be... I don't think we can do all of that, but we can try to do some of that. It seems like a little much that we might be able to pull that off. We'll try to get some of it in, mostly because having a... we'll see. We'll see what we can pull off. Let's kill some animals first. Oh gosh, this map has so many boomalopes. I don't want to get near that dragon. Yeah, if we get near that dragon, we're gonna die. I'm gonna order Riston and Zeopos to go hunt down some animals here. On 3DS, but well, yeah, no, at least you're having fun. I will say, I don't know if you're gonna get a Switch 2, but I saw Switch 2 and I was like, man, they're coming out with the Star Fox remake. I would actually be interested in that. I loved Star Fox 64 as a child, and to see that they're remaking it is just, it's peak gaming. Hello, Xanth, how are you? Let's have Zeopos to go beat up this one. All right, you finish this one off. We'll have Riston go beat up the badger. We are not having anyone fight off that dragon, primarily because that dragon is going to get us all killed. Why is there a lot of viewers today? Did they finish hike the price for a season? No, they did. They did hike up the price for the Switch 2. You know what else got hiked up in price? You want to know what else hiked up? The Steam Deck. Oh my god. I don't know if anyone like saw the Steam Deck pricing. I was like, oh lord. I'm so glad I got my Steam Deck before the price. So when they did a restock back in, I want to say like March, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna buy this because like I'm pretty sure the prices were gonna go up. So I did. I went and bought my 1 terabyte OLED Steam Deck for like $750 after taxes. It was ridiculous. It was like I haven't spent that much money in a long time. And then I found out recently that they're changing the price for the Steam Deck to $1,000 for the 1 terabyte OLED. I was like, oh my lord. I got so lucky getting it at the time. And the thing is, like, I'm sure they didn't want to raise the prices, but just the RAM apocalypse is just making them be forced to raise price. It's not just RAM anymore too. It's like, it's RAM, it's solid state storage, it's everything. Soon it's gonna be processors. I think power supplies might be next too. Oh my lord, it's awful. Oh, it's just ridiculous. And so I was like, oh my god, I'm glad I got my Steam Deck like before the prices went up. Even like a thing, so I bought Ray recently a device too for her because she likes, you know, gaming on the go. She likes gaming stuff too. And so I got her an Ainthor. I don't know if you've seen one of those things. It's a very interesting device. It's basically, I'll just pull it up real quick. Very cool device. The prices went up after I ordered it for her. It looks like this. For all intents and purposes, this is an emulation device. Okay, let's be real. It's an emulation device. It's got 2 screens. Yes, the whole purpose of this is that one, you can either play one game on a bottom screen and play another, and then maybe watch YouTube on the top, or you can play a 3DS game. Yeah, it's a DS 3DS emulator. Very cool stuff. I bought it for Ray. This thing, like, so I bought it for $400. I think is what I think I paid $350 for it for Ray for her model, and then the price jacked up to like I think $420 recently. It was insane. Yeah, this thing is expensive. Yeah, so Ray's literally playing with it right now. I think it's just, I guess she downloaded a GameCube emulator, so yeah, but you know, it's crazy. Like the price of this stuff is just bananas. It's actually insane. Like, good lord, I cannot hold on to this many Muffalo. I think I need to execute one of these. I don't even have enough food for this. Oh, a loyal janissary is approaching. Well, that's cool. Maybe they can just chill and not ruin my day. I'm gonna keep expanding the walls too, by the way. We gotta keep expanding this out. But yeah, it's some crazy stuff, I'm telling you. Tech is just insanely expensive nowadays. Which is crazy because I'm starting to get into like everyday carry stuff, and I've been kind of looking into like small scale, you know, small form factor items that I can kind of just take with me on the go as I go do things, and I'm like, wow, all these prices suck. I've been thinking about buying like a multi-tool, for example. I'm like, oh my god, multi-tools are pricey. Oh, I need to figure out where we're gonna put like electrical. I need to build like an electrical room. Maybe we give the electrical stuff off like outside. We also need to build across here so we can seal off this area. Yeah, that's the other big thing. So I guess I have to just order a structure. We can probably put a foundation. Oh, look at that. We're being raided by the kinship of Kosul. They are 16 very angry humans, and they actually have a gun. Oh, they have 2 guns. All right, well, let's see if their gun can handle noble ratkin armor. Also, a bunch of very angry rats with guns and crossbows. Get these 2 up and running, too. If you got a crossbow, you can fight. All right, let's see this. All right, let's see if Garm... You know what? They're also having to cross some pretty hefty water. Maybe we can just... Oh, Garm is actually really cold. All right, Garm, get sniping. You got a sniper rifle. You're free to shoot them if they're in your range. Are they not in your range? Why are you not shooting at them? Okay, now we're shooting, right? Okay, why is Garm not shooting? Garm's gun... Garm forgot to get bullets. Okay. Alright, time to intercept. Time to pull these guys back. Alright, let the mighty warriors commence the face bashing. Just let them do their thing. While they're distracted, these guys can just kind of pivot around. And oh boy, they got stick. Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh, thank goodness they missed. Oh, there goes the wall. Umi has a weapon. Time for Umi to fight. And Risten got grenaded. Okay, okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, so was alive. Okay. You're still alive. Okay, they gave up the fight. Cool. So, quickly undraft. We gotta quickly tend to these injuries ASAP. You'll be fine. Probably. Let's see. How far is Alana? Okay, Alana's already on her way. We'll have Zeopos get revenge for you. We're not gonna be able to replace your stomach right away, considering we don't have the ability to just make more stomachs. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait, I have an idea. Can you knock him out? Come on. I need you to knock him out, not kill him. Come on. I need you to go chase this man. Okay, so you'll be okay. Your injuries are being tended to. I have an idea. I have a really janky idea. We gotta make sure one of these survives. It's getting too far away. Okay, Havel, wait, hold on. Havel might be able to intercept here. Okay, these guys, I want them down here. Okay, so you're alive. You're not gonna die. We rescue you. Oh, perfect. The opposer knocked one out. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So you finish this guy off. Okay, then we're gonna quickly have Alana. Okay, Alana quickly have a prison room. Okay, here's our. Who's Stackius? Who did this guy come from? No, you didn't have a shield on you. I don't know why you didn't have your legendary. Didn't you have a legendary shield? I don't know why someone else had it, and then I gave it to Z Opposer. Is that supposed to be yours? Okay, so I don't know why we had this guy here. Okay, so in that case, okay, give me a second. All right, quick idea. Quick dirty idea. Furniture, sleeping spot here. Okay, 1, 2, prison room. Okay. And then I'm gonna quickly have you press or capture this guy. Let this one die. He's got 2 hours. Not sure if we're gonna be able to rescue him on time. Also gotta rebuild this. Kahila, you go rescue this man. You go here. I need Ray to rebuild this wall ASAP. Okay. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Okay, so the question is whether or not we can get this dead person. If we can get him on time, we can... Oh, that guy just died. His head's not there anymore. Okay, actually, hold on. You drop the man. I'm gonna have Alana quickly get over here and just tend to his injuries, no medicine, because Alana should be fast enough. As long as he's still got a stomach, which he does. Excellent. Good, because he's not gonna... This man is not worthy of high-end medicine. Okay, then we're gonna have Alana capture. And then we're gonna see if we can get his... we're gonna see if we can get his body parts. You know which one I'm talking about. This man needs not his stomach. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Health, operation, harvest your stomach, and then we're gonna have Alana quickly do this operation. Oh yeah, you can harvest the stomach, all right. Are you gonna want a human stomach? I don't know, but you're gonna have a human-sized stomach inside your rat-sized body. Will this make sense? Probably not. But don't think about it too much. This assumes we succeed and he doesn't die from the shock of the operation that Alana's doing in a dark room. Okay. We did succeed in getting a stomach. So then, Riston, since you're already sleeping, what we can do is at operation, install a... let's see. Where is add stomach? Install stomach. I'm just going to have Alana do that for you real quick. Operate. Okay. Havel, you're free to do other things now. Fantastic. Okay. We should probably, like, harvest these bodies, too, because there's a lot of them. Oh, Lord, what do they have? Beer? Sure. Don't care. Don't care. Beer's fine. These guys are really... Oh, this one had herbal meds. Oh, that one had a lot of herbal meds. Holy cow, we had like 30 of them. Okay, not too bad. All right, let's get this Riston a new stomach. So we'll order our very overworked head-made human rat herder to deal with this problem very quickly. Also, let's haul these sludge out of here so it's not so ugly. Okay. Kind of the problem with the entire house made out of wood. It's just like very prone to falling apart. Okay. All right, your stomach's been fixed. That was easy. It took a whole 5 seconds to fix up, so you're fine. All right, we'll get you in, both of you, when we find new victims to join us. But we've only lost 1 person so far, and the only way we get new people is like Men in Black. But I don't think we've really run into Men in Black experiences for some time. We do need to start stabilizing our temperature throughout the colony, though. It's quite chilly in a lot of these spaces, and so we need to find a way to fix that up. So I do want these rooms to share temperature gradients. Makes my life a little easier when they're sharing it like that. And then I need to find a way to actually fix that temperature mix. And oh my goodness, yeah, we got to start butchering these animals. We don't have unlimited food, and we have run out of corn. We are like 4 days into the winter season. That is a problem. Okay, we may need to start killing... We may have to kill the boomalopes, unfortunately. Yeah, I was hoping to not have to kill the boomalopes, but I think we have to. Also, I don't know why Garm hasn't grabbed bullets yet. Where's the bullets? Here, pick up. You have room for all this. Pick up, like, I don't know. Garm can have 360 high explosive rounds, and that should be fine. Okay. We're gonna kill these. I don't know why we have, like, all these guinea pigs. Can we kill them? Where did these animals come from, actually? Oh, because they came in from the outside. That's right. Okay, so now I'm gonna have you come out here, and then I'm gonna have Immortal come over here, and we're gonna have Immortal just kill all these animals. And I'm gonna position Garm to start hunting. Let's go here, and then switch to drafted hunt. Okay. Yes, you'll do that real quick. Immortal's just gonna execute all these animals. They came in because it was warm and they found an opening. So we have to kill every single one of these. Thankfully, none of these explode. Otherwise, we might be in a bit of a problem. I am not gonna become Dr. Dolittle and handle all these like little critters for fun. They're gonna eat my food if I'm not paying attention. Oh, this one is angry and attacked Immortal. Okay. No, stop eating my food. Oh my gosh. I'm eating my food. Okay. Any more? Kill them all? It's like literally pest hunting. Okay. I think we've killed most of the pest animals, right? Okay, we did. Fantastic. Okay, so Garm has been hunting down animals. And a lot of them have been exploding. Great. Let's... Ooh, actually, Garm landed a pretty nice shot on that Boomalope over there. Let's pull Garm over here. Garm can keep hunting. You do not want to execute that one. The problem is that if I have Garm attack these... No, you just let it be. Actually, hold on. You can go here. You can shoot from afar. I'm okay with that. I don't want you walking up. Yep. Okay, and then you aim for that one. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom while our colonists figure out how to sort through all this weird shenanigans that have been going on. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Garm's got at least 2 more Boomalopes worth of food, which is great. And we're hopefully gonna crack open or seal up a lot of this unnecessary area. Because a lot of the animals are coming in through this area, so I'm just gonna very quickly seal that up. And we should be good. We gotta haul these corpses out of here too. Oh boy, lots of things, huh? All right, I'll be right back. You can gawk at this beauty of a colony. Where do I hide myself? There we go. Perfect. This is probably a good zoom spot, I guess. Yeah. Okay, there we go. On the topic of infrastructure from earlier, I have been playing a decent amount of City Skylines 2 again recently, with the city that I started on stream. And I just want to point out that this game the economy in City Skylines 2 is so incredibly trivialized once you just plop down any of the signature buildings that have like a residential, any of the residential ones. It's incredibly stupid, and the best way I can describe this is that imagine just hold on, we're just gonna release this guy when he can walk. I guess we're gonna have to deal with a mad boomlope now too, which is approaching our position very quickly. I guess you can't really fight a mad boomlope because you're already knocked out. I need someone with a ranged weapon to deal with this. It's really funny. So City Skylines 2, right, the whole thing is like the best way to make money is you're trying to expand your city quickly so you can start taxing your populace, and then you can then once you have that, you're okay, right? But in City Skylines 2, it's just so easy to make money once you have enough of a tax base. All you got to do is just plop down the stupid oversized, like any of the signature buildings, and you're good to go. DDLC vibes. What do we mean by that? Are we talking about them there Doki Doki Literature Clubs? I actually like Doki Doki Literature Club, unironically. That game was actually pretty good. Yeah, did you know it's just Monica? Only Monica, etc, etc, etc. Haha. We need more good actually, wait, hold on. Did that guy ever make another VN? Don Salvato made DDLC. It got so popular. I even bought like the acrylic key charms when they came out. Character model device. Really interesting. It's probably because of the ribbon and the ponytail. That's probably what it is. I actually do have a ponytail in real life. It is actually this long. I actually do have a comically long hair. Yeah. I watched Gravity Falls. I have not. I'm vaguely familiar with some of the stuff in Gravity Falls, but I am not someone who's like really watched it myself. It's not really a show that I particularly care for, I think. I think the only, like, I think the most I know is, like, I know there's the twins, and I know they have, like, that one, preppy girl that's, like, kind of like their arch nemesis. Also, holy cow, there's more. Where did these rabbits come from? We gotta kill them all again. We gotta start killing all these animals. Let's haul these real quick. And, the other thing I'm aware of is there is, some AU called Reverse Falls where the main characters end up being like the bad guys, and I remember seeing it and I was like, wow, that's kind of cool actually, because the inversion of their character designs and personalities was actually kind of sick. That's basically as much as I know. I know some other stuff that I'm not gonna go into, but yeah, spend enough time on the internet, you'll see everything. Okay, thankfully Hal managed to kill that porcupine without too much of an issue. There we go. But yeah, I'm not really too familiar with Gravity Falls. I kind of stopped watching like Cartoon Network style stuff. I don't know, like probably like 2 decades ago. God, that's so cursed to think about. Oh yeah, I stopped watching cartoons 2 decades ago. What do you mean I'm 30? Oh, the march of time is inexorable, and it's unceasing. It's okay. I've accepted this. I understand. Oh my goodness, that's so many Muffalo. We're gonna kill all these Muffalo. It's a shame that Riston is knocked out. Otherwise, we'd send Riston off on this magical adventure. Let's grab everyone with a decent weapon to go out there and fight. I gotta get these Muffalo before they perish. Oh yeah, no, I'm well aware of my mortality in my own age. Oh yeah, no, it's just a thing you deal with. Some people say Unk. For me, it's just, oh no. Oh geez, we gotta really make sure we don't get near that dragon. I do not want to accidentally aggro that thing. I'm just gonna park these guys over here. We're gonna set it to drafted hunt, and we're just gonna let them go to town. Okay. And then, oh no. Okay, hold on. Let's go here. Let's actually oh boy, no. Let's not have them execute the animals. It's fine. That's okay. All right, how about this? Why don't we undraft? Yeah, let's run off drafted hunt. Let's go kill these things. So, but yeah. Oh man, speaking of continuing the City Skylines discussion, I really wish that game had toll roads. I don't know why. It feels like it's missing toll roads as a valid option to farm money from your citizens and passerbys. Oh, hello. Look at that. The Muffalo are angry. Okay, they want our blood. Let's pivot over here. Those guys are going over here. Garm is getting mauled to death by a Muffalo, which is probably not ideal. Oh, Garm is definitely getting mauled to death. Let's see if we can rescue Garm. Okay, I heard an explosion. Havel, you keep fighting. That's fine. We knew these were gonna die anyways. Let's get Alana over here to quickly tend to Garm. Havel's fine. What did Havel lose? Nothing? Okay, it's Porcupine. Cool, got it. Okay, not too bad. That was a fairly easy execution slaughterhouse simulator. So now we have all this delicious muffalo that we can now butcher and eat. And we didn't lose anyone. We just took a bunch of damage. That was probably not ideal. Can you guys kill this thing? Fantastic. Okay, you pull back, you pull out. Okay, you finish this one, finish this one. Okay, Alana. Okay, maybe we have Kefir rescue Garm. And then Sea Opposer finish this one off. And Havel, let's go back to town. And then Alana also go back. Okay, not too bad. The other thing too is that with all this Muffalo dying and these horses dying, the Boomalopes dying, I'm sorry, that's easy food. We're trying to maximize our food here. What do the kids say? Food maxing and larder core. Yeah, let's call it that. So as you can see, Alana's turning all the poop into beautiful fertilizer, and I think Ray's our primary cook. So with this, Ray should be able to start butchering the animals to provide all the meals that we could possibly need. So we're just gonna order Ray butcher all day. And hopefully we have our researchers research soon so that we can survive these horrifying, trying times that we're gonna be dealing with. Also, holy cow, I am like in mild pain. Like I said earlier, I ate too much. I ate breakfast, and breakfast makes my stomach hurt, and that's why I don't like eating breakfast. I have no idea what it is and why I keep doing this to myself. It's a curse. Don't eat breakfast, I guess. Okay, so we should be able to build a sauna soon. I kind of want to make the sauna a separate facility. We either attach it to the main building, or we extend it here. I actually, hold on, Eggman mustache. I actually do have a mustache asset. It's not as big as Eggman's glorious mustache, but I do have a mustache asset. Hold on. I can make it whatever size I want, like this. I don't use it very often, but it exists. Also have a bunch of other outfits too. I have a lot of outfits. I don't really use them too often. Since it's a MAID themed colony, I guess a MAID outfit would probably be the most correct outfit. Yeah, you thought that you could get me with that one? No, I have a lot of stuff here. Okay, there we go. Look at this. Look at all this beautiful meat. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have so much food for the foreseeable future. It's gonna be glorious. Oh my goodness, I just realized that this internal room here is very, very warm. But I think that's okay, because I should be able to order Ray to just cook all this. It's not ideal to make simple meals out of this, but I don't really have a choice. I don't want any of this to like go bad otherwise. Thankfully we can smoke it, which we have a lot of smoking the meat. I will say it is kind of annoying that the meat smoking function does require a pawn to be standing there at all times. I think the other meat smoker doesn't require that. But alas, working what we got. Okay, so do we have enough kibble for these creatures? No. Okay, but they're at least surviving. They're not dying of starvation for now. Kind of. Some of them are starting to die of starvation. We may need to fix this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna order this one to store at most 2 stacks, and let's haul the rest of it over to the other one. Assuming the green potion, if you want the mustache, would be a Dr. Eggman mustache. Wait, what do you mean the green potion? Oh, the channel reward thing? Yeah, that's what the mustache was gonna be. I mean, I can resize it. I can make it like comically large, but I don't have an Eggman specific one. Okay. I think this is a guess. Could we recruit this guest? Okay, so if we make enough friends with her, we could try to recruit her. We must have 5 people that are friends with her. However, we don't actually have that many sociable, entertaining pawns. Ilana's one of them. Otherwise, Sun is probably the other major entertainer in the colony. So is Umi, but Umi's primarily focused on research. Yeah, this might be a little tough. We need to get electricity ASAP. We've been waiting to get electricity for quite some time. Also, my back is hurting. Let me crack my back real quick. Okay. All right, let's get the sauna built now that we have space. I think what I'm gonna do is I think I can extend this out, and we'll create like a. If we won't add any more bedrooms here, we can. Let me see what Riston said specifically again. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, by the way. Komeji V Kagami. All right, let's see what Riston said about saunas. Okay. So I can scroll up and find it. Changing room should be 1 to 2 benches, 1 to 2 cabinets for towels and such, and a fridge for non-alcoholic drinks. Showering room should be typical wash. Let's see, sink and shower itself, and the sauna have its own sauna. Okay, so I have an idea. Okay, so how we're gonna do this, if I'm gonna make a big old sauna thing, is I'm gonna technically make it its own independent building, and we're just gonna have a nice little connection room here. Right, something about it doesn't have to be long, maybe something small like this. That can also have pawns maybe cross through. I have an idea for this. To the outside. In fact, what we'll probably do is we'll put like a door here and here. And then okay, so we need we could make an independent men and women's one, but it's not really necessary at this point. It's probably just unnecessary design. If I did make independent men and women's facilities, it'd be something like this almost. You'd have like a men's and a women's, and then they kind of lead into like one big sauna together. Because I'm not going to make an independent sauna for each gender. That's, you know, we're equal opportunity here. It's a little cramped, but I think this might be okay. Door. I should probably be focusing on the colony defenses, honestly. This is so unnecessary. Yeah, we should be focusing on colony defenses, and here I am building a sauna because a sauna sounds more fun to have than colony defenses. Let's add another one of these ballistas here, so at least we have protection in that side. Universalist, exactly. What else is new? Hey, listen, you're so right. I'm so hello, Lana. How are you, comrade? Okay, we gotta make ballista bolts. We can make penetrating ones or standard ones. I guess we make standard ones. We just make a bunch of these, right? Why don't we just make like, I don't know. Let's see. So we have at least 100. The colony's filthy. I have a dedicated cleaner, but that cleaner ain't cleaning. Steve was busy doing other things. He's cleaning leaves for some reason, instead of cleaning the actual dirt that needs to be cleaned. Little tragic here. He's a very busy lad. In fact, I'm gonna order him to clean the rec room. You're so right. There was a bunch of like random wild animals that ended up in our base that I had to like murder, which is kind of the main issue. Oh, we might be able to recruit this one. This one's getting friendly with our guests. Just getting not enough friends. Okay, let's take care of that bit. Have I played Minecraft? Yes, I have. I've played Minecraft on stream a few times. I mean, Minecraft sure is a game that exists. I don't mind Minecraft. I just don't like streaming Minecraft that much anymore. I used to, and now I'm just kind of like, that's not really my type of thing to stream. Okay, so I only have space for a fueled heater. Oh my god. Are you someone who also plays? Okay, so we have someone. I'm not sure if Infidave is here, but he plays. Oh Jesus, there's a. I have to go deal with the toxic spewer. How far of a walk is this? Okay, I'm just gonna order. Kristen, are you healthy again? Okay, good enough. I need you to go. You need to go kill a few people for me. You can take one of the Muffalo with you. Let's see. And then so we'll take the Knights of the Cheese Wheel. And then we'll send Garm also. We gotta go deal with this. Okay, 6 herbal medicine and take like 12 simple meals and maybe like 100 pemmican. Alright. Go here. We gotta deal with this toxic spewer ASAP. I would not stream Greg Tech New Horizons. I like talking about funny games like Greg Tech New Horizons, but realistically, with how much time I have in my day and my streaming schedule, I would not stream Greg Tech New Horizons. And I think most people would not want to watch Greg Tech New Horizons. I find the early part of Minecraft boring. I like playing modded Minecraft, don't get me wrong. But I think modded Minecraft is like, I think the part where you have to sit around and try to figure out how to slam rocks together to make a pick, and then using that pick to go find and hunting down the first set of ores is boring. I enjoy the processing of materials and setting up industry. I do not enjoy the actual mining of Minecraft. Which is probably a very weird way to say things, but that's like unironically the truth of it all. We were streaming ATM 9. We have an active Minecraft server. And by active, I mean it's there, it exists. I don't know if anyone else is actively playing it, but I'm just paying to keep it active for the time being. Oh my goodness, we have electricity now. Holy cow, let's actually make electricity thing. This is the oak problem. Yeah, the part where I get distracted easily. Yeah. I just don't like early Minecraft. I like the haha funny building big machines thing. Yeah. The mining of Minecraft is boring. I enjoy the everything else part of Minecraft. Is that weird? Is it weird to like is it weird to like the everything but the mining of Minecraft? I mean, I do crash. I mean, to be fair, it's like, oh my gosh, a lot of things. To be fair, it's not super crashing out. It's more just like I look at something and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of stuff. I don't know what to do anymore. You're at UHV in Greg Tech New Horizons? Jesus. Do they have turrets? It's just these two. We gotta go kill this thing. All right, Riston and Garm are injured, but they should be okay. They should be able to deal with this. Oh, it is toxic spewing here too. Jesus. All right. Okay, so Garm's having a mental break. Unfortunately, we gotta just go finish this fight off. I also just, yeah, Minecraft streams bring in weird people. I generally don't like streaming Minecraft. It's kind of the other thing. Because, like, it's very specific type of people that want to watch Minecraft, I think, is the other way to describe it. I have the opinion that, like, if you're going to stream Minecraft, like, it is just a glorified just chatting stream for 4 hours, and you got to make it very, very fun. And I don't think I am a person that can make Minecraft streaming very, very fun to watch. It's not in here. So it's in the other room? Oh, it's in this one. I'm blind. We got to go down here. These two should be able to smash it down, because they have big old flails. All right, go destroy this thing. Free our people from the toxic spew. Yay. All right, we're done. All right, let's go blow this up too. All right, let's just start blowing things. Oh wait, we can probably get the battery at the very least. I would like to take the battery back with me. What is Dead of Night? I don't know. I may have played it, but it doesn't sound super familiar to me. I think we got everything we want. All right, let's go. Oh my gosh, they took Ratkin slaves as prisoners and displayed their body for all to see. We can buy you another butterfly when we go to another butterfly conservatory. Take the plasteel, take the steel components. Take the gold. Take the battery. Could take the slag chunks, maybe. Probably not worth taking the slag chunks, so we won't. Okay, we should be fine then. I have not played Pizza Tower. I have some friends that were like really into Pizza Tower when it came out, but I personally have not really played it myself. I've seen it. It's like, oh cool, it's another wacky tacky platformer with a very unique art style. Not really my type of game personally. Now introduced into their own housing system that people were super excited about since people have played a lot of 14's features and more. They're selling new wall styles in their cash shop. Bro, do you have a link? Can I see this on like Just the website? I want to see this. That sounds insane. Holy cow, it is so cool. Oh wait, hold on, we have electricity now. Let's start doing electricity things. Since now the winter has come and we need to deal with winter shenanigans. Okay, how do we survive the winter now that we have access to electricity? Well, we don't have access to oh wait. We have heating pipes, but you know what we don't have? We don't have radiators. We need central heating. Jeez. Let's get central heating over modern bathroom fixtures. That might be more important. Okay. I think we need centralized heating first. We could probably just get away with maybe heating up for now with basic campfires. But I don't really have a way to centralize heat right now, so maybe put one in each room. You might be able to keep it toasty enough that it's not gonna kill anyone, especially because they are sharing temperature in each of the room sets, so that might be fine. But that is a lot that we have to build. Or maybe wait, maybe a torch would be enough. Actually, hold on, torch keeps it at 8. Maybe putting torches would actually be okay for now. Torches are cheap, and we should be able to easily replace them once the winter's over, if not earlier. Okay, that should be fine. I think I want to try this. This might be okay for now. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. I know 14's got like 14's housing system may not be perfect, but I do enjoy it for what it is. I like 14. I need to play more 14. Just exteriors worth $40. Oh gosh, let's see this. The Springtime Treehouse Exterior Pack, 4,000 hearth steel, so $40 of currency to go buy an exterior for your house. Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, that's pretty rough, honestly. Yikes. Well, you know the crazy part? There's gonna be people that are gonna be buying that. You just know someone's gonna be willing to pay that much money for this cosmetic, because boy gee howdy, MMO players have the least amount of like financial sanity I've ever seen. They're willing to spend copious amounts of money if it makes their thing look a little bit better. And I'm also to blame, honestly. I'm one of those players that are like, oh my gosh, this cool cosmetic has a single piece that I need to make my character look the bestest, and I gotta spend money on it. I've done that before, unironically. I'm so sorry. I'm one of those people. Okay, so we got the kibble in here now, thank goodness. So this should be enough to feed them through the winter, I hope. This Muffalo is also stuck here for some reason. I don't know why this one's still hitched. Can I unhitch it? Why is this one still hitched? Yeah, that's insane to me. I can't imagine spending that much on that. It's a drip or drown world out there. It really is. It really is. In like MMOs, 14, like the end game is cosmetics. I don't know what the end game in WoW is, considering it's probably just more raiding and shenanigans. I will say, I never did get to play WoW during the heyday, and when WoW Classic came out, I also was not really I tried it like a little bit when it first came out, WoW Classic, and then I kind of got bored within like a day and I stopped. Unfortunately, I decided that WoW Classic was just not for me. Also, Risten is now sick, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, so I never really got too deep into... Yeah, this thing doesn't work right, I guess. Let's deconstruct all this at some point, too. There we go. I was complaining to the screenshots of your house and how everything is just crafted. Yeah, I mean, like in 14, even your housing exteriors are just fully crafted. It's very easy. I only know one person who played WoW and you converted them to 14. Good choice. I don't think you're ever going back. I have friends who don't play WoW, but they like to keep up with the story of WoW because it's just an interesting thing. And every time I read up what's happening in WoW, it's like Sylvanas has become some kind of like Mary Sue villainous type character that they can't kill and won't kill, and they're probably gonna give her a redemption arc. I don't know what the story is. I just know something about Sylvanas, and she's like on some kind of redemption arc or something. And like they killed Arthas, and then they killed the the guy who took over the Frozen Throne, and now someone else is now the new Lich King again, and it's just like, what's the point? You know what they should have done? They should have kept making more Warcraft movies. I would have watched them. I actually like the Warcraft movie, mostly because I have no experience with the World of Warcraft and the Warcraft storyline myself. So I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I would have watched it. I totally would have watched it. Also, we're gonna delete this, copy link so I can suspend making this recipe. Perfect. That should be enough to at least get us somewhere. We do have enough pemmican to maybe get us through the winter. Worst comes to worst, we have enough hardtack, so at least they have something to eat. But we really got to get the rest of this built out. I'm gonna actually, or this is the builder, right? Okay, Riston, time to get cracking. Time to make the grand sauna. All right, yes, this the torch is actually enough to keep the rooms warm during the winter, so that's actually a good sign. As long as I have enough wood to keep it fueled, that's really what matters, and that's gonna be kind of difficult. We have enough coats to... What else do we need for clothing? Immortals clothes are too... Oh, wait, hold on. Everyone should be allowed to wear the Ratkin winter robes. Maybe it's too warm? Oh, wait, here we go. Winter robes. All right, there we go. Every standard Ratkin can wear a winter robe now. You know, should have started with Warcraft 3 and Arthur's Fall, and they gone back and done prequels that they wanted to. Yeah, they should have, because they were trying to do the whole, like, Orc or Troll Jesus, right? Storyline, and the whole Gul'dan thing. Savon has destroyed the Lich King's helmet, so there's no Lich King anymore, and she's helmet she can leave whenever she wants. Wait, is that what happens? Yeah, I remember, like, I remember reading somewhere, like, a lot of the storyline revolves around Thrall being, like, Troll Jesus, or well, not Troll. He's a... What is he? He's not a troll. He's not an orc. What is he? Oh, he is an orc? Okay. Okay. In my head, for some reason, I'm thinking orcs are like the, you know, like the 40k orcs. You know what? Maybe we should play the Warhammer game, or not the War. We should play the Warcraft RTS games campaign mode. I can experience it. What do you mean we can't? They made it bad? What, is the Reforged games that bad? Oh, I didn't know. I didn't realize it was that bad. Whoa. Oh. Oh wait, hold on. Before we do this, I'm gonna kill all the crop fields, because we're gonna move the crop fields after the season. Just delete these real quick. So I can start planning out our new workshop. Okay, it was a complete... Oh geez, I didn't realize it was that bad. You have to remember, I don't have a lot of context for whether something is good or bad in the Warhammer or in the Warcraft verse, because I never really played Warcraft personally. I talked about this a long time, how MBK set up classic games to fail. Oh, I think I remember you mentioning this at some point. Yeah, so we're gonna put just gonna quickly dump, for the time being, link all this. We're gonna dump all of the Ratkin weapons in here. Just way easier to just dump all the Ratkin weapons into this thing than have to sort through them. At least I know where everything is. There's a lot of very interesting Ratkin weapons. I'm seeing machine guns, rifles, charge rifles. Oh my gosh. Do Ratkins have that many different weapons? Good lordy. Let's also just crank this up to max priority. This failure were how to torpedo the entire team, and the last team was that anyone respected. Jeez, that's really unfortunate. I did not realize it was that bad. The current WoW villain is a foot fetish elf. What? I feel like I need to ask, what is the name of the character you're referring to, just so I can understand what the heck is you're referring to. Because you can't just say something as, you know, blatant as that and not have any context for this statement. Like, I need context for this statement. All right, if I look up this character, is this not safe for work? Zal Atatha, or Zal Atath. All right. Okay, now when you say, is she only foot fetish because she doesn't wear shoes? Is there a gallery on this wiki? There is not a gallery on this wiki. Why is there no gallery on the Wowpedia? Oh wait, wrong one. No one uses that anymore. Everyone uses wiki.gg. That's right. All right, have a good night, son. Thank you for swinging by. Let's see, what are we looking at here? What do we got? The Void Invasion. Oh boy, there's another universe. Okay, okay, here's my, okay, well, yeah, that's literally the only reason, is because she doesn't wear shoes. Okay, so here's my biggest gripe with fantasy anything. Okay, so I like fantasy stuff. I like playing fantasy games. Generally, fantasy games start to lose me when we start going into extra dimensional nonsense and it's not done well. 14 does alternate dimensions really well. I could probably be okay without like the space stuff a lot in 14. That's kind of whatever. But when a really hardcore fantasy setting like WoW starts to add like eldritch horrors and, you know, the call of space and the void, I start to lose interest fairly quickly. I don't know why. I'm just not fan. I'm like, let's save that for science fiction. Let's keep fantasy with like arcane magic systems instead. You're basically every faction that access Japan is Hoi 4. It was just 1940 peace always tend to take much, and then great Indian peace treaties grabbed a lot of rubber. Australia and most of Canada, you set up your armies in Canada and used to all peace. So you're playing Japan, right? Yeah, I remember you mentioning this at some point. I didn't know you had finally. I know you had talking about planning to invade the US. I don't know if you'd actually invaded the US, so congrats for succeeding. Yeah, no, 14 it's okay. Like 14 did it right, and it's part of the core identity of the main story. I'm just saying, like, when it's not part of the main story and it's not hinted at all, and it's just kind of, they need a new villain and they just kind of throw in space, then I stop caring. I'm like looking at the entire wiki page for this character Zalatath, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so she's just calling in this void space eldritch horror black hole magic void shenanigans, and I'm just like, I don't care anymore. I mean, I never cared in the first place for the WoW plot, but I care even less now. And that's kind of how I see things. 14, I think, is one of the few games that do like that type of extra dimensional plot line correctly, because it also still maintains like the general fantasy theme for all of 14, which is great. I mean, granted, 14's also got a lot of like modern science fiction elements into it, and like modern and like some sci-fi stuff, but it generally still kind of keeps with the core fantasy of, and Final Fantasy has always been kind of like a mix of science fiction fantasy. Like at least after 7 it became like a mix. Yeah, like the whole Magitech thing. Even like early ones still had like some science fiction bits with like airships and whatnot. So like I know 4 had a lot of like Magitech shenanigans going on too. Yeah, I know it was before the thing. You say that because you recount everything to be because of this and went around without a shirt and covered in chains. What do you mean a super evil gimp? What does that mean? I don't know any of these things you're referring to, Xanth. You have to be a little more specific for someone, as I know not. Look at the jailer from WoW. All right, fine. Let me look it up. Who is the jailer? Okay. Zoval, the jailer. Okay. Banished one. Okay. Okay, there's a lot of deep lore here that I'm not gonna read. You know what we really need as a game? We need a raid roguelike game so that I can play raiding. Okay, well, I'm just describing Rabbit and Steel now that I think about it. Like, I want to experience boss fights without having to go level up a character from start to end. Oh, I'm not playing Raid Shadow Legends. What do you take me for? Some kind of degenerate? Why would I ever play such a cursed title? I have standards. I would never play such a thing. All right, we gotta do electricity things too. I guess I need to figure out where we're gonna plop down a bunch of wind turbines at some point. Oh yeah, you want your tower shield. I haven't played League of Legends in like 2 weeks. Okay, we'll get this vectoristed. There you go. You are over encumbered now. Oh, maybe if we have you drop the battery, you're not so much over encumbered. We've learned electricity, but we haven't built an electricity facility yet. That's like the next thing on our major docket. Although we need to start adding a few more things here. What I'm gonna do is, because we might as well do this. We're gonna add a few martial arts targets here. The pawns can go beat them up for experience. So while people are playing pool across the hall, they're just punching things. You say lacking rubber means they can't make lots of trucks or aircraft. I mean, that's generally how it works in Hoi 4. If you can deny a country rubber, like they get screwed really badly. And it sounds like that's what you're doing to the US right now. So good job on that. That's not easy to do. All right, Riston, since you've been demanding this, let's order your pawn to just add every bit of wood that's needed here. There you go. No, build. The faster you build this, the more you can the faster you can finally have your thingy, mabobber, that I'm lacking words for, because apparently English is a difficult language. By the way, look at all this fertilizer that we've somehow managed to make. So when it's growing season again, we're gonna make a lot of crops, and I also need to sure I have enough food. We should have enough food. We have a lot of hardtack, so if our pawns don't want to eat standard meals, we have something to take care of it. Don't worry, I'm gonna become a better person. I'm gonna stop playing so much League and just play more Forza. Yeah, I'm gonna become the Drift King. I've actually been playing a lot of Forza again. I came home and I'm like, all right, Forza. Actually, you know what's funny? I got Final Fantasy XIV installed on my Steam Deck. Because Ray wanted to attend her friend's wedding in 14, and we weren't gonna be near her PC, obviously, so I installed it on my Steam Deck so that Ray had the opportunity to do exactly that, and it was a grand old time, and they made me become a photographer because I'm the only one who knows how to use G-Pose, apparently. So not only am I doing photography in real life, I'm now doing photography in Final Fantasy XIV. It is amazing how that came to be. This person willing to stay? Nope. Okay, they don't like us enough. Yeah, but you didn't know how to do it on a controller, so I had to do everything on the controller. Yeah, I like G-posing. G-posing is a lot of fun if you know what you're doing. Well, if you know how to attach a keyboard to a Steam Deck. Actually, wait, do they actually make accessories like that? Steam Deck keyboard, is that a thing? Oh wow, yeah, they really do just make like clippable keyboards for Steam Decks. That's so funny. Why? Okay, that's Japan. All you had to do is help Axis beat the other factions. They couldn't trade with anyone. Figure most of the rubber in Hoi 4 is in Southeast. I mean, it is like most of the rubber is going to be like located around the Dutch East Indies, and which is why there's such a major part of the thing you have to protect in any Hoi 4 run to make sure you can deny other countries, you know, rubber, and to get yourself rubber so you can maintain your war machines. Okay, we have finally almost built the sauna. We just need to actually hook this up with the right things and it should be good to go. We are approaching growing season, apparently. We gotta start figuring out how we're gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna crank the speed up. I actually am capping on like 180 TPS because there's just so many animals on the map. We actually have too many muffalo. We're gonna start culling these. Okay, I will not allow more than 6 muffalo at any given time. Kill everything over 6. And then neutralopes. Wait. Female, male, and that is okay. We'll keep him there for now. I don't know what a Ratkin magic wand is. We'll find out in a bit. Also, Garm is having a tantrum for some reason. No! Oh my god, Garm just destroyed an entire stack of components. Thankfully, I have a lot still, but that's super annoying. Okay, we gotta research more things. What are we researching next? What's next on the list? What does a magic wand actually do? There's actually a lot of like really weird ones. Let's see. Where would wand be? Royal weapons. Where we have access to. Rapiers, kits. Metallurgy gave us access to gun lances and halberds. Oh, okay, wait, I know this was mentioned the other day, but I'm still kind of amused by the fact that Ratkin is basically like, anyways, have you thought about adding some Monster Hunter to your video game? Oh, they're probably quest rewards then. Yeah, it sounds like they're quest rewards. Okay, well, let's so we got centralized heating. Why don't we also get access to multi-split air conditioning? Or Ratkin engineering would get us access to multiple Ratkin based weapons, including a wheel generator. So maybe we just gun for Ratkin engineering, which is at least 3 more techs that we have to grind through. That's fine, because it'll get us access to more electricity and other stuff that'll keep us a little more functional as we try to progress into a proper technology level, including security. Also, 8 people got the plague. Because of course they did. Why would they have not get plague? Everyone gets the plague. It's plagues for everyone. Cool. Okay, we also need to make storage units here. So I want to put a small crate here, and another one over here, and it's just gonna store. Let's see. I want these 3. 1, 2, 3. Link them together. Ballista bolts will go in here. Okay, that should be fine. So let's get that slapped out, and then Garm obviously was having a mental breakdown, but now is having... Oh, that's why. Okay. So Garm should be okay in a bit, and we just have to make sure these are all tended to. I don't know why you're not going back in here. Oh, you know what we should do? We need a bathroom up here. I didn't think about adding a bathroom up here because they kind of have to go all the way down here to use their latrine, which is a bit of an issue since our pawns have to go walk like a bajillion miles to go do their business. All right. Maybe we'll add a small latrine here. Should be fine. Just in the corner. In fact, we have access to better things. We have access to modern toilets. That's right. We have unlocked the ancient art of the toilet. Except we're still going to put a latrine because it's easier, and I have not figured out where we're going to put all the supporting equipment, utilities closet that we're going to need for everything in this colony. It's going to be a bit of a mess. Oh boy. Kind of wish I'd push this out a little bit more, but unfortunately I did not. Now I'm being punished for that. We do need to move this up a little bit too. This is not nearly enough. So I want to move this up a little bit. And then I think at this point we can try to build a watchtower here. A little too big. Basically same thing that we got down here, just like over there. So it's at least 5 by 5. So it looks something like this. Yeah, and then you can drag the rest of it out over here. We'll figure this out. That should be fine. We're gonna need more slate. I did not realize how much slate we're gonna need for this. Honestly, a little scared of fighting the Axis. Since majority of Europe is owned by Axis. Conquer Soviet Union, Finland. For the rest of stuff. I don't know what Riss is talking about either. Anyways, good luck with your run. I haven't played Hoi 4 in a while, unfortunately. I've been meaning to play a little bit more Hoi 4 on stream at some point, but I'm kind of just waiting for Thunder at the Gates, or whatever it's called. Whatever the new DLC is called to come out. And we'll see if it can redeem Hearts of Iron 4, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, I'd rather just wait for Hearts of Iron 5. I know the new DLC is going to have like, oh, you can play as Siam and fight, you know, do your Siam things, which can be pretty interesting. I have not looked at the alternate history paths for any of the new DLC stuff. I was vaguely interested in the Dutch East Indies and the Australia content, because they are doing some pretty interesting Electron shenanigans with Australia, so you can maybe, you know, finagle an alternate timeline for Australia, but even then Australia is kind of just Australia. You ain't gonna do much as Australia in the first place. You exist in the war. You will contribute troops to the British, and the British will not give you any form of freedom. You will accept it because that's all you can do. You're not worthy of anything more than that as Australia. Bit of a shame, I guess, but it's true. One second, I need to like stretch real quick. You've been getting Hoi 4's gameplay more. I mean, that's good, isn't it? Hoi 4 is a complex game, so if you're getting it and you're understanding more of how it operates, that's a good thing. Honestly, I'm just gonna kind of like, I've been as much as I enjoy Hoi 4, I think I've been enjoying the, oh, jeez. This delegation got never heard back from, whoopsies. Oh, I think, oh shoot, I think one of our guests died on his way out. I think he got mauled by something, and we're being blamed for it, which is a little concerning. Don't know how that happened. That's unfortunate. Also, that is a mad boom. I'm just waiting for the day that says it's a mad dragon, and I'm gonna be like, oh god, how do I deal with this? Thankfully, it hasn't said mad dragon yet, so we're okay. But the day it does, I'm gonna be very, very concerned. Let's get the heal out here. I'm gonna go deal with this mad boomalope. I'm sure Kahila can shoot it down. Yeah, come on. Your pawn was naked because they were probably in the bath. Come on, reload faster. Alright, that's not good. That's the problem with a lot of the fire stuff in the colony. The fact that entire colony is made out of wood is a bit of a problem, as you can see. The fire, maybe Ray should stop doing this and maybe put out the fire. Yeah, that might be important. Yeah, we don't want the poop room to get catch on fire. Alright, not too bad. Problem solved. That's why we got to keep adding more walls and extending the walls. To be fair, burning poop is not a bad thing in Rimworld. It's just getting rid of the trash, but I'm more concerned about the fertilizer that I have acquired that will help our crops grow faster. Okay, also, again, too many people have the plague. They've all been tended to, so they should be fine. Okay, here we go. So, the sauna is operational. The temperature is not hot enough. We can set an entry fee. That's really funny. Okay, so why don't we also... We gotta make more slate blocks. We gotta haul these around. It is not warm enough in here yet. I don't know why we were paying money for this, which is really weird. Let's see. Can I have you... I need someone to refill this. Sun will never haul. Which is odd, too. I gotta find a way to make this functional. The other thing in this colony that's a little rough, you might have noticed, is that the doors are very slow because everyone's got to open and close the doors independently. And while I could make this a little easier by making the doors, you know, just held open, seems a little inappropriate to do that all the time. Okay. Oh, I just realized we haven't had a child in this colony yet. Let's see. Can we force a breeding program? A ratkin-based breeding program, or is no one in a relationship like that? It does not seem like anyone's in a relationship like that. Also, I forgot. I think almost all the ratkin are female. Okay, every ratkin is female. So, oh, Exonia was like one of the few male ones. Okay. That's part of the problem too. Hello, Garm. I'm not trying to kill you.
Why is Oak trying to kill me again?
No, we would never try to kill you. Also, thanks for the resub, Garm. I appreciate it very much. 32 months. How have you been doing, Garm? Oh, I passed by Detroit. I was gonna try to visit the Michigan Aviation Museum until I found out that they were closed on Mondays, and I was very sad, so I did not go anymore. We need to initiate a ratkin-based breeding program, but I can't get them to breed. Also, hello, Unholy. Yeah, the part of the problem is that all the ratkin are female, and I'm not sure if we can do interspecies breeding. And I'm not sure if I want to risk attempting interspecies breeding. Like, try. But it's very likely that it would not succeed, and that's kind of the problem, ain't it? Do not the rat girls. No, yes, yes with the rat girls. You haven't been there since the name change? Oh. Wait, what was it called before? It's the one in like that near that town called, what was it, Bellevue or something? I don't know. I saw it and I was like, that sounds cool. Looked it up on Google while I was driving. Oh, closed on Mondays. I'm like, well, that sucks. And so I did not go in the end, unfortunately. Is it called the Oh, that's a much cooler name. Kind of a shame they changed the name then, yeah. That sounds way cooler. The Yankee Air Museum? That's hardcore. Okay, it doesn't really make sense to put torch lamps inside of a sauna, I think. Okay, I can't get this warm room hot enough. We do have access to radiator-based temperature shenanigans, so maybe it's time that we start figuring out how we're gonna do hot water. So I need a utilities room. Let me think. I have an idea. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna I'm gonna build another room here, and this is the utilities closet. Since I'm not planning on adding too many more bedrooms, and then this one can just add the door here, and then this will extend out about, you know, the usual here to here, and then kill these, and we'll extend this one out down here too, just so that it's a complete wall-to-wall coverage like this, and then we can can this and this. That should be good. You visit Detroit when you're going to a baseball game. Some of the people on the tram look scary on the bus tram. I mean, I don't know what to tell you about that. I have no idea what the Detroit public transit system looks like. I passed by Detroit, but I don't really go anywhere in Detroit. They do have a really nice museum called like the Ford Museum of Innovation, and it's interesting in the sense that, like, oh shoot, what are we eating? We're eating the hardtack. Okay, it's interesting in the sense like, oh, look at all this stuff that's like American progress and innovation, but you also realize, oh, this is basically like it's part of the car industry's attempt to make people want to have more cars and, you know, normalize cars only, which I guess makes sense considering Detroit is kind of like the car manufacturing capital. That's Dearborn. I mean, it's close enough. The Detroit metropolitan area. It's the same way like how if you go to Chicago, anyone who's from the suburbs will say they're from Chicago, but not actually state what suburb they're from unless they're from a very specific suburb. Why don't we have night tables yet? Because I kind of forgot to build them. I should probably build those. I was waiting to get the ones with the lamps. I think was the main reason. I don't remember if I actually have that mod installed. I might not have it installed. Yeah. But hello there, Politico. Yeah, or Politiolo. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your name. I think I was waiting for like a slightly higher end table, so I don't have to like replace it. I think it was an eccentric one I wanted. Eccentric furniture is like somewhere over here. Doesn't require too much, but maybe after machining. Can I actually get it now? Eccentric furniture. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, Dearborn's part of the Detroit metropolitan area. It's the same way how, like, you know, if you go to like anywhere else, it's all part of the big metro area. Like, you know, Vaughan and Markham Hill and Richmond Hills and Markham aren't technically Toronto, but they're part of the general Toronto. What do they call it? The GTA, the Greater Toronto Area. So it's all technically Toronto. Same with LA, and like Beverly Hills is technically its own city, but it's just part of LA. Same with like just, you know, the Bay Area, San Fran, San Diego, and you know, City of Innovation. I think it's like an actual name of a city over there. It's all part of like a greater area. So that's kind of how I see it. I will say Detroit does have some really nice Asian food spots, though. I remember going somewhere and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a really nice bao shop that me and Ray went to, and I was like, ooh. Marquette's part of Detroit. Wait, what? Where's Marquette? Marquette University in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh wait, it's a different Marquette. Marquette, Detroit. Wait, where's Marquette? Michigan. Oh, there's literally an area called Marquette, Michigan. See, the only Marquette I'm familiar with is Marquette, Wisconsin. Oh yeah, that's completely different. Yeah, that's I've never heard of that until today. Especially the other furniture in each from, but no night tables and game players. No, it's literally just because I haven't had a chance to. The main reason, honestly, is I'm gonna get a different one and that's kind of why I'm skipping it. And generally the pawns don't care that much, so it's mostly just I'm lazy. Because I plan on replacing them with a higher end one soon once we get this tech researched. It'll require power, but we can figure out the power situation once we can kind of slot this in here. Because I'm going to turn this into a general utilities closet for the time being. It ain't going to be much, but it's going to be enough. I think this one's specifically going to be water-centric. Put all the water stuff here. So I think we're going to need at least... probably at least 4 hot water tanks, and then we can throw in a couple log boilers. I think log boilers would be kind of nice since we're still very much like a rustic theme. So we just add like 1, 2, 3, 4 hot water boilers, and then all right, everyone's favorite mechanic. That's right, dumping hot water or heating pipes everywhere. Except the problem is I don't know if I want to make it out of steel or literally anything else. I think we'll make it out of slate. Yeah, we do everything out of slate in this colony anyways. We got slate piping throughout the whole colony. There we go. Oh boy. There we go. Big orders for a big colony. And then we'll have to pipe the entire thing. I am still not working on my defenses, am I? I really should stop doing this and just focus on expanding the colony's defenses at some point. I really should do that, shouldn't I? There we go, just like that. Oh boy, that's not good. Okay, so we're gonna cancel this one in here. Okay, perfect. Yeah, like we have access to some pretty nice defensive weapons. I just haven't gotten around to like really making use of them. Like we have cannons and ballistas. See, we have ballistas. We just need to actually move the bolts over there, and it's just like drone for medium. Yes, you are wearing a ratkin apron skirt with a winter robe because it's hot. And I'm trying to flesh out our entire stockpile over here with the appropriate gear for various, you know, ratkin needs. Oh wait, just a glasses item. Wait, that's so cool. Wait, ratkin glasses. You know, I just realized I've not included myself in any of these runs in a while. That's fine. Let's see. Is that really I'm sorry, I remember reading that plus 40? Plus 40% research speed is insane. Hold on. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, let's see, how many dedicated, I think I have 2 dedicated researchers. There's also doctors wanted, right? So I got 3 dedicated, so at least I want 3. Havel, Umi, and Kefir should all have a pair of glasses. If I do this, Havel's not gonna be a combat specialist, but I'll just maybe make him wear it forcibly. Let's put it in here. No, I think a lot of times I don't want to put myself in these runs because I'm like, actually I should, right? Because that's why Alana made that cool thing for my pawn, right? The hairstyle. All right, fine. Let's throw myself in here. All right, let me quickly do this. We're gonna throw myself in here. Config rat can turn on, and I'm just gonna quickly go pawn, and then we're gonna turn this off. Okay, in the interest of me not exploding, I'm gonna, let's see here. What does my pawn have? First of all, let's just change this real quick. So at the very least I should come in with gear so I don't die. So you see a mysterious ratkin come in, and this ratkin is coming in with let's see here. A research gown. And let's see. What else? A hair ribbon band. Glasses. Oh my god, you can add so much. Wait, that's kind of cute. Wait, that's really adorable. Wait, that's kind of... Wait, that's so cool. Hold on. Oh, so it does eat at the middle slot. Okay. Oh, you need a coat. Okay, wait a second. Hold on. Because it's winter, you do need I do need a winter coat here so I don't freeze to death. That's actually kind of sick, actually. Huh. Okay, let me just adjust this real quick. I'm not a vat-grown soldier. I am a bookworm who grew up to be a generic colonist, and I am specializing in intellectual. Crank this up a little bit. Crank plants down because I am not a green thumb. We'll do medical as well, just so at least there's another doctor. Okay. And for this run, we're gonna pretend I don't really know how to fight. How about that? I definitely don't know how to dig rocks. All right, there we go. Very nice. That's kind of sick. I actually like that design. That's so cool. Like, wow, there's a lot of things. Can't wait till the pawns don't have to wear the coats anymore once it becomes a little warmer. Politology is a word game. Is this a game that I'm aware of? Let's see. I'm gonna Google this. Thankfully, Google has the answers of everything nowadays. Western politicus. In Dutch, politicology is in political. I'm not gonna. Okay. Every time I read Dutch words, I'm like, I can't believe Dutch is a real language. You ever read a sentence in Dutch? It just vaguely sounds like English, but like funnier. Okay. Let's figure out where we're gonna put a power substation in our colony. I guess realistically, I would probably put it near the poop fields, but then I have to build over the lake, which is kind of annoying. I really want to build over the lake. Where do I put a power substation? I guess I could probably put it up here too. Attach it to the hospital. I guess attaching it to the hospital is probably okay. Let's attach the power facility next to the hospital. It doesn't need like a full-fledged facility. I just need to store basically power-related things. I think that's deep enough. Can this. And then we'll put a door here and here, and then we're going to shrink it down like one more step. It's actually a little too large for what I wanted to do. Oh my god. Let me select this. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so this should be good enough. Okay. And then let's see how much we can get built. The problem again is our builders are very busy building a bajillion other things that, you know, demand their attention. Like, look at Riston here having to haul wood everywhere so that all this other stuff can be built. Like, I don't know what Riston's about to build. This stuff here, the walls, the new stuff, and there's not enough. Taking a look at our builders, we have, what, 2 dedicated builders in Airmen and Riston, and everyone else is kind of like building maybe when they feel like it, which is a bit of a problem. Yeah. It is becoming a bit of an issue with what we have. Okay, so there's glasses. I'm gonna give Kefir one of the glasses. Okay. Russian, Germanic language is semi weird too. That said, Middle Eastern language and Asian language you won't even try to translate. Oh, trust me, I don't know anything about Middle Eastern languages at all. The extent of my knowledge for Middle Eastern languages basically goes as far as whatever happens in Dune and the science fiction version of Arabic that's going on in there. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I was googling up, you know, your name, and I was trying to figure out like what it meant. And for some reason, the second result on Google was some kind of Reddit thread about, you know, the word politicology is apparently also interchangeable with something called politieke wetenschappen, which is like, okay, well, I don't know what that means, but okay. Sorry, this we go on very very tangents, very wacky tangents here. This is a very tangent heavy channel because that's how it works. That's how it works here. The game's freezing. We're about to get attacked, aren't we? No, we're not. All right, we're being asked to build a 20 by 12 building. If we do, we can get a bunch of stuff, including a disposable launcher, it's like shock lance. A coagulator might be interesting. The childbirth examination and knowledge's harvest. These book names are getting a little absurd. Okay. Should also probably make sure we grab all these corpses here. That one, not a corpse, so we should haul that in. Should probably kill this one too. I can't believe Garm found a place to fish. Why are you sad? Oh, the psychic drone, of course. I'm sorry, Garm. I hope you'll be free from the psychic drone one day. gonna keep bothering you, I'm sure, for the foreseeable future. Oh, the tragedy. Okay. Let's see. I do need to use the restroom at some point. Give me 1 second. I know I've just used the restroom a little bit ago, but I've been drinking so much water, and I may have consumed a little too much sodium and caffeine, so the caffeine is like driving me a little mad. I can't believe your pawn's depressive. It's okay. Where's Riston? And to be fair, the modern psychic drone for female is actually really bad, considering the colony is predominantly female. Kind of an issue, unsurprisingly. Get this built out, actually. I'm gonna get rid of this door. We don't need this one. I'm gonna order Riston to build this. Why don't you get rid of this door here? We don't need that anymore. Also, is this not... It is roofed. Okay, good. There we go. Yes, build me hot water tanks. Now the problem is actually running water through them. And then once we have hot water, we can start heating up the rest of the colony without too much of an issue. Yeah, the whole colony is going to be a little bit on the edge for the time being. Can't really do much about that. We've almost gone through our first winter. Once the winter's done, we'll be able to at least tend to our crops and create a bountiful harvest. We've eaten most of the hardtack, surprisingly. We'll need to make sure we build giant cornfields to ensure long-term survival. That's going to be a mess. And this time we will have access to large quantities of fertilizer, thanks to Alana's dedication to creating lots and lots of fertilizer. In fact, it's probably a lot faster if it was light. Okay. Yeah, we got Riston a new stomach. You're originally a French-speaking Belgian. And other things don't titillate me with that. I see. Well, hopefully at least you enjoy your time here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too familiar with the ways of the European. I will say most of my haha funny European things are related to me playing certain games about Europe. I saw this, for example, I saw a really funny map today, which I don't know who came up with this map. I actually want to share this. This is actually so cursed. Someone made a map, and the idea was like, what if we condensed Europe to 12 countries? And every comment was basically like, this is going to spark a war, and hundreds of millions of people are going to die. Who thought this map was okay? What if we combined 12 countries into... Well, we combine all of Europe into 10 countries, because like someone's like, there's so many fake fake countries in Europe that shouldn't exist. Like I think they mentioned Luxembourg at some point, and then I was like, oh no, this is a bad map. This is not a good map at all. Like Poland and all of Eastern Europe just being absorbed into Russia, the entire Nordic country just being consolidated, Germany and Hungary just eating the Czechs. Oh my gosh. And whatever happened to this? Like, look at the Balkans. In no reality would the Balkans ever unify like this and create Super Romania or whatever you want to call it. Oh no, I saw a lot of the other variants too. It's so cursed. It's so funny. It's so funny to look at. Yeah, you just know someone is out, you know, this was just made because someone wanted to spark a really wacky discussion, but I was like, oh my gosh. You're still not good enough to follow. You think get a few things. Okay. Hopefully you understand. You get the general idea. Someone should turn this into a Hoi 4 map. That would be really funny, actually. This is the Hoi 4 map. I still think it's so funny because they're like, yeah, let's get rid of the fake countries. And they absorb Poland into Russia. But then they just leave Ireland as its own independent country. I'm like, okay. Let's be real. Ireland would have been absorbed into the UK and like a consolidated 12 nation Europe, which is probably going to anger someone out there, but I think Poland has a better chance of being an independent country than Ireland in this hypothetical scenario. I need to emphasize. Would it bug Scandinavian people to be together? I don't know. That's a good question. Would it bug the Baltics to be all together? What about the Balkans? They're all just kind of like, you know, I thought it was funny. You're good at reacting on chat. Trust me, I try my best. Oh wait, we got a new man in black. Okay, this is A new man in black. Their name is Lachi. Okay, so the problem with this is that this is technically a man in black, but the main issue is I can't convert him into a ratkin. At least not the correct size ratkin. Yeah, he just ends up being like a big ratkin. The only way to fix this, ironically, is I need to probably kill... Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete Lachi from existence. And then we're gonna add a human-like ratkin pawn. We'll make a ratkin... technically he's a... We'll do a soldier. We'll do a vanguard. How about that? Yeah, okay, there we go. So here's our man in black. It's actually this is a guy. Maybe we can change the hair to be a little more masculine. Let's see what we got. I have a bunch of male hair mods. I mean, no matter what I do, they're gonna look very effeminate regardless because it's a ratkin. They're gonna look, yeah, they're gonna look masculine no matter what I do. We can make it like a tomboy rat, yeah, probably as close as we can. If anything, it's not tomboy, it's more tomgirl at this point. That's fine, let's do that one, okay. Alright, this is the man in black. Alright, who are we assigning this to? Let's see, who's in the name queue? There's 9 people in the queue, oh my gosh, alright. Okay, Unholy is here, congratulations. It didn't assign it, did it? What did it? Let's see. Oh, interesting. I thought it did, but it didn't. Okay, we're gonna assign it then. Sorry, Xanth. Maybe next time. Luck was just not on your side today. I gotta keep it random to be fair. I know. There's no more buy-in. If I let everyone buy in, the colony would just be a frozen tundra wasteland of just nothing happening. We do need to start upgrading our weapons though. Like, we really need to get that proper work area, like a proper workshop built. I think once the winter's ended and I can see the ground again and where I'm building roads, it'll be a lot easier, but until then we just kind of can't, and that's kind of my biggest gripe with winter is like, oh, I can't see anything that I'm trying to do. So that's why. At least the sauna functions, kind of. Okay, so who got... Okay, so hold on. Unholy got the other one. Okay, you don't need the glasses. Drop that. Okay, this... Okay, you don't need that either. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I want Havel to have the other glasses. Who's one other researcher? Umi gets the other one. Okay. Alright, Umi gets the other pair of glasses. Okay, there we go. Kabedon and Ashidon, assuming Ray goes both ways, of course. I mean, I don't know. Kabedon usually works. Ramen, no. Ray, that, in Ray's case, it'd be like pho done, because Ray loves pho. She doesn't actually like ramen that much. Yeah, Ray's not a ramen person. Ray's a pho person. Let's see, let's crack that open. That should be fine. It's gonna take a little bit while to build. That's fine. Really need these pipes built. If I can just get the stuff delivered, this would be a lot easier. Let's see, like if I ordered Steve to deliver ingredients, would he be able to do it? And this would be a lot easier to take care of? Probably, right? Yeah. As long as I think as long as the ingredients are delivered, it's a lot easier for pawns to start putting it together. That should be fine. You can fart all you want, but I can't magically make you in the run. I'm sorry. That's not how this works. That's not how this works at all. You gotta earn the right to be here. Oh, look at it. Look at this thing where Sun is having a beautiful sauna experience. It's beautiful. It's a nice steamy 60 centigrade with a double sauna heater. Wait, actually, does this give you some crazy health benefits? I'm actually kind of curious. I need to see this. I am actually curious if this actually provides a significant health benefit. No? Is it not? Clean, impressive. I guess. Yeah, you can't make it go to like 100, unfortunately. That's not how it works. Yeah, it'd be nice, but unfortunately, I can't make it go to 100. 80 is the kind of like the limit. You're picturing Ray surprise Kabadoning me so hard that the bow comes off and shows the ears. Unfortunately, there's no cat ears at all. Cat ears don't exist on me. I thought we all knew that. This is exactly what you see is what you get. I really gotta start sorting through this nonsense. I have so much cloth. Ugh. Let's see. Oh, I have to put this on now. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Politica. Hopefully you enjoy your time here. Fine, here you go. All right, let me go use the restroom real quick. I've been meaning to do that for a bit. I'm gonna just kind of keep the eye on the sauna area. Actually, before I do that, hold on. Since we do have access to this now, I think we're gonna put the simple shower or fancy shower. They're both basically, one's prettier. They're both basically the same. We'll do simple showers. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, can these two, and then we can maybe make like a small bench or something. Furniture. I am continuing to not do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm fairly sure I'm gonna get yelled at for not doing the thing that I'm supposed to be doing in this game. Oh my goodness, we gotta get power in this colony so bad. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do for power. I guess wood fire generators are probably gonna be the main thing for the time being, because I should be able to fit like 6 of these in here for the time. Yeah, let's get that going. We'll need to run power lines throughout the entire colony also. So the work orders never end. There will always be something for our colonists to take care of. Especially as we try to, again, we're now entering the age of energy. We are leaving the age of not having electricity. Yeah. There we go. I've come home. Would you like food? Dinner. Or a coffee. Alright, I'll be right back. That was a terrible joke. I'm so sorry. I disappear for like 5 minutes and I come back, and apparently the colony is under attack by a mad rat that is somehow succeeding at killing people. In this case, it's smacked. Oh wait, Unholy got hit by someone. Wait, what the heck is happening? Okay, so there's a rat and there was a social fight. I'm gonna have Zeopolzer go beat up this rat. Actually, where's Riston? No, I'm gonna have Zeopolzer because I need Riston to keep building. Riston, I need you to keep building the pipes. You need to keep laying down the groundwork for a brighter future in the colony. We need the pipes laid. You gotta do it. Someone's gotta do it. Okay. It must be done. Continue to lay pipe. It's the only way. Ashidan is like Kabedan, but you do it with your foot. Like you raise your foot up above, like next to their head. There, let me see if I can find an example. It's like any of these images, I guess. Like that. Or like that. Or I guess like that. Yeah, there's like a bajillion different variants of this. Take your pick. Like somebody. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We all know Ray is short. Ray is quite short. Oh, I got Undraft as the opposite, but I got. Okay, I forgot to read Unholy's Pawn. Let's take a look at Unholy's Pawn real quick. Unholy is a Ratkin Gardener student who grew up to be a Ratkin Gardener. 13 melee, 14 plants. Kind, fragile, nimble. Chemical fascination is annoying, and constantly bemused is also kind of annoying. The problem is that melee fighter with fragile is kind of annoying to have as a combination, so now I have to find a way to deal with that nonsense, but it should be workable. It's just not ideal. Also, we do have a new guest here. We actually have 3 guests, and I do not have enough beds for them. You know what, since we don't have a guest room, I think I'm gonna turn this room for now into a guest room. Initially it wasn't the guest room, but I think it's just gonna turn into the general guest room for now. I have not had a spot to add more, so why don't we slap down 3 new bedrooms here, or 3 new beds here. Let's not do that. Let's just do 3 like that, and we can make that into a nice, beautiful set of bedrooms. In fact, let's make that the #1 priority. I'm gonna have Riston slap these together. We do have access to the nicer beds now through the eccentric furniture, but not everyone needs a smart bed. Also, because these consume a lot of plasteel and components, and guess what? We don't have access to plasteel and components. So we're just gonna have to work with what we got. All right, let's get these guys beds. We gotta keep the rats happy. I want to keep the rats happy. Okay, Riston, build me the other bed. No. Build me another bed. Okay, it's a guest bed. And then build me the other one after that, and we can dismantle this one. Okay, this is a guest bed as well. Get this one built. Okay, perfect. And then we can get this one as a guest bed, and let's go strip out the other one. So now we should be good to go. So that's fine. Okay. Listen, I am not the one who needs it. The rat girls. What did I just drop? The rat girls demand a place to sleep and rest their tired heads. Also, I just realized with Unholy here, I now need to actually build a new bedroom, which is also annoying. Is anyone strong enough? Okay, so I'm gonna put Unholy into the Knights kit team, which means I'm gonna start making armor. So I think we're gonna do Ratkin plate armor. Okay, so we need Ratkin plate armor, or we could do combat suits. Do we do plate armor or do we do combat suits? Actually, that's the real question. Okay, combat suit actually has a decent amount of armor, surprisingly, compared to like plate armor. Plate armor does get you more protection. Actually, wait, hold on. Am I reading this right? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna compare this real quick. So Actually, combat suits generally have more armor protection than plate armor. It might actually be a better idea to force all, make everyone's weapon kits to be combat suits. Also, not only that, they also provide a decent amount of temperature protection as well. The plate armor looks better, but the combat suit is actually more effective. Well, also the combat suits require a lot more resources, so maybe plate armor is actually the better choice for the time being. Alright, anyways, we're gonna get Unholy a set of plate armor. What are you using to stay warm under all that? I just realized too, because I think your temperature gradient's also a bit of an issue. Also, I had Unholy end up over here. Wait, why do I have 2 Unholies? Oh, we already had Unholy in here. What the heck? Okay, well, you know what? This one is no longer Unholy. We're gonna reassign this one. Congratulations, Xanth. You're now here. Alright. Xanth is whatever Unholy's pawn was earlier, but we're gonna put Xanth in the Knights of the Cheese group. But we do need to get Xanth a armor set, so why don't we start building together a basic plate armor and plate helm, and we can just kind of dump it in here for the time being. So plate armor, Ratkin plate armor, and then the other one will be the plate helmets. So we'll have to build that out. It's gonna take our smiths a little bit of time to get one of those out, but once that's ready, you'll be ready to fight. Okay. Gosh, this entire colony is gonna take forever to get this stuff built. Where are these random birds coming from? Jesus. Havel, go stab that crow. I keep mentioning Saray, but I really want to find a crow and become the Lord of the Crows. I want to find a crow, save it from something, so that it recognizes me as its, overlord, and that it must, it will serve me for the rest of its days. Ray thinks I'm crazy. I think I'm a genius. I'm just saying, imagine having a crows at your beck and call. Also, we are running out of food. Oh, we ran out of food for the animals over there. I don't have any kibble. Don't know how to feed these animals and there's not enough food there. Okay, we got engineering. What do you mean I'm a fraud? I mean, fair enough, probably. Okay, what do we need next? So we actually have access to Ratkin guns. So we're gonna start upgrading to Ratkin firearms instead of Ratkin, but we'll still keep a retinue of knights, I think. I think is really what I want to do. Keep a retinue of knights, but also have access to more upgraded gear. Let's get noble apparel. What is... Oh, this is Dead Man Switch gear. Oh, shoot. Probably not necessary for now. Let's see, what else do we want next? Modern furniture might not be a bad idea. Although, again, I think it's one of those mods I've been meaning to get rid of at some point. Let's do modern furniture. We do need more security. We do need better... Oh, fire suppression would be really handy as well, so we'll do that too. So, now that we have access to brand new firearms, we can't build them yet because I don't have a machining table. So I'm gonna need to build a machining table, which we kind of don't have room to put in yet. So wait until this is cleared up. Can we grow crops now? It's 1st of April, May. Yes, we can. All right, it's time for our favorite thing to do. It's time to grow crops. All right, what are we growing today? Oh, this soil kind of sucks, actually. Actually, wait a second. Hold on. You know what I think I can do now that I have all this fertilizer? I should be able to actually reclaim the soil. Yes! Oh, perfect! Hold on. We're gonna grow fields of crops here. So what I think I'm gonna do is I want to make this look nice. So 1, 2, 3, so 1. Leave that there, and we can put fence. How wide of a path do pawns normally need? Just 1, right? We don't need 3. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. This might look a little janky, but I think it might be okay. Hold on. Limestone, flagstone. So I think what we do is since I have access to this, I might as well abuse this. So the garden tools comes with a function where you can turn fertilizer into plowed soil, which is 160% growth speed, which is really nice, actually. So what we can do, since I know this is here, we can do 1, 2, we can path here. 1, 1, 2. Okay, hold on. Where is that tool? I have an idea. Let me plan this real quick. We're gonna use red for the path. Oh my gosh, we're gonna use red for the pathways. We're gonna plan this. So I think we can do. We're gonna move these out of the way. That's fine. So we can do path here. And then, because this is a protected wall, I think what we can do is we can, using green. Ooh, that might be a little too big. 15. You need the fence too. What if we do 7 fence, 7 fence, 5. I have to move this out of the way. I think this is not a spot. I need to like make this wide. Fence. I think this is actually okay. Yeah, you know what? This is fine. I think this is gonna be okay. I'm gonna add some fences. I want to make this look pretty because again, I am focusing a little bit more on aesthetics this time around than previously, which may not be the smartest idea in the grand scheme of things, but overall I think it's gonna be fine. It'll be totally okay. Add a fence here. Same thing here, and this is a little smaller mostly because I didn't have space, but I'm gonna move this door over here, and we can put the door here. I'm gonna have to redesign this because I want this to be like shrunk down a little bit. For now, this is fine. We can add crops here like this. Do you see the vision? Do thou see the vision that I have in store for this design of pathways and crop fields? I think I was gonna do like a path instead of a fence, but I think the fence was ultimately fine. And then with verily I say this much fertilizer, we can then... Okay, we can grow this here, and then anything that is done, we can place soil first, which will need dirt. That's fine. Plowed soil, and that's going to be some very high-end fields that we can work with. I think is ultimately what I'm trying to do here. Now, obviously, we're too busy also laying down pipes and all sorts of other stuff, but that's fine. Because we'll also need to start... Again, we got to get crops going. In fact, I'm going to have Riston prioritize this. Make me plowed soil, comrade. I need all this here. We'll also pause making this real quick, just to let that chill while Riston lays down beautiful soil all over the ground. Perfect. Oh, that actually does take a decent amount of time. Holy cow, that's 30 units of work. You know what? Hold on. Who just joined us? Okay, so my pawn just joined, and my pawn has no skill in anything but research, and basically... It's a little unfortunate. Then Xanth joined us, and Xanth's specialty is in growing crops, because we have a lot of crop specialists, but he actually does have a decent... okay, what I'm gonna do is, because I need another builder, Xanth, you may be good at crops, but I'm gonna make you focus on construction, because I need more construction workers. Construction workers are like the most important thing that we need in the colony right now, and if you can just even lay down dirt, I'm gonna have you lay down dirt. Okay, laying down dirt is probably the most important thing right now, so we get ready for crops. Because what I'm gonna need is I need to get some crop fields here. Right, so we can do this. We can set this up here, and then we can expand this, so it eats up all the. Match here. Okay, we should be able to do this. Okay, perfect. So this will be able to grow stuff here. Yes, right. Hello. Wait, what did I do? Did you send something on Discord? Okay, so we need food ASAP. So I think we're just going to grow a giant stack of rice here. And then we're going to grow... You sent me something on Discord? You did? Okay, let me see. What is this? Okay, I will read this after stream, but okay, that's interesting. Chargers. Okay, got it. That's a little concerning. Okay. I will read this more in depth later, but I see what you're saying. Okay, let's go here. So this one is gonna be... What do we need immediately? Oh, we need hay grass. I know we need a lot of hay grass. Actually, no, this one we're gonna switch to... We have rice, corn, and I know we're gonna need hay grass. So for now, I don't know where to really dump the hay grass, but I'm just gonna use this blank space here for now. And just use this to grow copious amounts of hay grass. So at least those 3 crops should be enough to kind of get us going. Let's get our, you know, seed sowers working and sowing the fields, tilling the crops. Look at Immortal here, working fast, planting all that delicious corn, and soon another will grow the rice. Oh, they're working in tandem, all of them. Oh my goodness, Xanth, your construction speed is so pathetic. It's a little tragic, actually. It's actually a little depressing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have... we're gonna have Riston come over here, too. Gosh, there's so much here that needs to be done. Let's see. Also, how are our guests doing? I mean, they're trying. We'll socialize and entertain them. That'll be fine. I mean, your construction speed, your construction skill sucks. That's the short and simple of it. You don't have a construction skill. It's like a 2. You have to get better at it first, right? Thankfully, we might be able to recruit another if our guests are happy enough. We have... This one's got friends. And they seem to be enjoying their time staying here at our fine facility. I think their room needs a little bit of light. It is going to get... I don't want to put too many torch lights up because I know we're going to need to switch to electricity and electrical lighting in the near future. So I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. Oh my gosh, yeah. This soil takes forever to lay down. I should have been preparing that for before winter ended, but I didn't think about it until just now. Ah, my poor planning is becoming a problem for myself, ain't it not? Thankfully, rice is planted quickly. They should have some food now. I think the nutrition is not going to be enough and we'll have to supplement it, but they should be able to get enough food naturally that I should not have to forcibly find a way to make more kibble right away. So they should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna need to get these log boilers up and running too. Ah, another set of guests. I hope they're not staying overnight. Oh, they are staying overnight. I don't have rooms for them. They'll have to share. Okay, we're beds. I don't have a spare bedroom. I need to make that guest house. Oh my gosh. This is turning into less of a Rimworld colony and more of a building a giant hotel for a lot of random guests who magically show up and demand lodging. I think that's what it's slowly turning into. Not intended, but tee-hee, I guess, as Ray would say. Okay. I don't have a bed for them. I don't even have a bed for Xanth. Xanth doesn't have a bed in this colony. And we're probably not gonna be able to build a bed for a while because I'm too busy trying to build everything else. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to be on the floor for some... Oh! Devil Strand. We gotta build... we gotta grow Devil Strand ASAP. Because I know we needed it. We didn't get a chance to grow it. I'm pretty sure I can afford to grow Devil Strand in this area here. Oh, it's rocky soil. Here's fine. Just grow a bunch. Better grow some than not at all. Alright, give me some Devil Strand here. I am literally just plopping down random crop fields until I can find a solution. It's a very messy way of doing things, but I guess it works for now. Okay, Howl's gonna consume hardtack because I'm out of food otherwise. Yeah, we don't have much food in the colony. We're literally down to like 1/2 stacks of hardtack. We gotta go kill more animals. Alright, I can't believe we ripped through all the meats. I guess it's time to start using the smoked meats, honestly. Four lavish meals would be 3 units of meat. That's kind of a lot. For now, let's do this until I will allow the usage of smoked meats. That should be fine. Okay. Thankfully, there's a lot of there's a lot of animals here. So let's get you, and you. Let's get these 3 hunting. We're gonna kill this stack of alpacas, and probably the stack of other stuff too. We have to ensure we can eat. Our colonists starve. Alright, come on. We do need to get Garm some more bullets, though. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go here, we're gonna park them, we're gonna switch to Drafted Hunt. Garm's just gonna shoot everything that moves. If they get angry and try to attack us, we'll kill them quickly. Oh, very nice. Is it running away? It is running away. Shoot this one. And if Garm can't get the kill, Riston should be able to get the kill. Oh my goodness, Garm's on a warpath. Okay, not too bad. So at least we have some fresh kills. At least that'll give us a little bit more food to fill our larders temporarily. Okay, so let's have Garm stop fighting. I'm gonna have these two continue hunting down animals. And then we'll have to obviously butcher them for bits and pieces. I mean, it works. Oh, there's a mad alpaca too. Oh, it died already. Okay, cool. Let's haul these. All right, pretty good. Again, we need the food. This is the only way I could think of that we can easily get some more food. Especially as we're waiting for our crops to grow, whatnot. And our plant specialists are obviously working very hard to ensure that we have plants everywhere. Xanth apparently doesn't know how to put a pipe down. He never went to plumbing school, and unfortunately he does not have the ability to, well, do this type of work. He's not skilled enough to lay down pipes. How tragic. Let's have you deconstruct this wall and deconstruct this wall. So at least we can open up this pathway. That's fine. Storage for the alpacas. No, you will have storage for the alpacas. I need those animals butchered ASAP. Speaking of which, we're going to order Ray to be butchering animals at the butchery. And then we're going to have to lay down some floors too. At least we'll have fences, so at least it looks nice. Yeah, I think this looks okay. This looks fine. It's not perfect, but it's functional. I think part of the problem is that also Riston, your movement is like kind of cratered because I think you're just wearing too much. If I take a look at your mobility, it's probably garbage, right? Move speed is 3.3. Modified because of your carried weight. We're just dropping it down to 3.3, yeah, because that shield turns out very heavy. Oh my gosh. I had some nasty acid reflux just now. Ooh. Oh, that did not feel good. Oh my god. Oh, oh my gosh, that felt terrible. It's like skill increase. I don't know the exact word command. It should be somewhere on the command guide. Okay, at least Airman Joker's laying down the thing. Okay, so Airman Joker's got his own super shield, as does Riston. Wait, I think this is. Oh, I think this is the one that's supposed to be Riston's. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna have you come here, you come here, and you come here. Hold on. I think I know what happened to the shields. Okay, you wear that shield. And then we're gonna undraft you. I'm gonna have the opposer grab the other one. That's what happened with the golden shield. Okay. It's like I knew it seemed a little odd. I was like, what happened to it? Okay, we're gonna have you deliver more materials. Okay. At least Xanth's construction skill will go up as he slaps down more pipes, which is exactly what we're looking for. Remove these shooting targets probably. For now, I need them out of the way. This is fine. Then this one will move over here. And this one will move just a step up forward as well. Perfect. Okay, so that should be fine. I need Riston to keep focusing on laying down the soil. Okay, so our rice crop is growing. We got corn growing. We got devil strand. We got heel root. Since we got some spare time, why don't we also throw in some other low-end crops just so we have some spare food. We'll just use this area here. Not what I wanted to do right away, but actually no, we'll do it up here. Yeah, we got fields. I think tea would be ideal, probably. Yeah, let's get some tea growing over there too, while these guys grow the hay grass, so with this we can feed these animals large quantities of hay grass. Hay goes here too. Oh, they have something to eat. Okay. It's a lot going on in the colony, but at least the colony is growing, and that's what I care about the most. Okay, can you keep just working on the soil instead of trying to go over there and doing other things? If I can get one field fully prepared, I would be very happy. Yeah. I wish Rimworld had like a priority system, like, oh, I want this prioritized to be built now. Please focus on this over any other project. Unfortunately, Rimworld does not have that function, which is a little sad. But that's fine. We'll make it work. Okay. The main base is a little chunky. We really might need to make it a little we might need to adjust it a little bit at some point. Okay, we have log boilers that have a lot of hot water, but we don't really have hot water flowing into anything that's a heater. We may need to actually think about AC at some point. Fans are probably what we're gonna have to rely on in the near future. Okay, we have the Ratkin helmet. Okay, so where is Comrade Xanth? Okay, Xanth, you already picked up your armor because that's fine, because you're gonna be switched to the Ratkin Knight kit anyways, so go get your helmet. Exactly, we're British. Also, because we just learned how electricity works, and we don't know the concept of multi-split air conditioning yet. Alright, there is Comrade Xanth, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms wielding a Ratkin longsword. Xanth, what weapon do you want? Your fellow knight patriots are using flails. You want a gun? You don't have the skills for a gun. I'll give you a gun lance. How about that? I need a machining table. Let's slap one of these in here for now. I don't know where else to move this. We'll get you a... Yeah. Let's get you a, whatchamacallit. Oh, actually, you know what we should do? Hold on. Well, we should sell some of the excess cloth I have. I forgot there's a town over here we could just trade with. We're gonna send... Who's our most sociable person? Who's like the least incapable of talking to people? Okay, so we're gonna send Ranu with one member of the guard. We'll send Zeoposer. We'll take two of the Muffalo, and we're gonna haul over all the extra furs that we don't need. We just sell them for money. There's so much cloth anyways. And then bring a bunch of food. 8 simple meals should be enough for that, I think. It's a very short jaunt anyways. Take I don't know, take like 10 of the hardtack. Yeah, it's like a half-day journey. Yeah, that's right. We should be trading more frequently. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do this. All right. Those two should be fine. Ranu is not capable of fighting, but Zeoposer is a fairly notable warrior as part of the Knights of the Cheese Wheel. And Xanth is a Knight of the Cheese Wheel too. We got to get that. You want an axe? You just want an axe. You don't want anything else. Out of all the weapon choices, you desire an axe. Not a two-handed sword, not a heavy lance, not a spear or halberd. You just want an axe. Well, I'm gonna make you a weapon. How about that? Let's do that instead. Don't worry, we have choices. We have options. We have lots of options. We got lots of fun options. How about this? Why don't we order Riston? You're sleeping? Okay, time to wake up. I need this machining table built now. Build me a machining table, please. Thank you. Should be easy enough. We have all the parts hanging around. We got Riston go. Okay. Oh, that's right. You need electricity for this. That's really funny. Oh, dang it. All right. Oh, we can make grenades. We need smoke grenades. I don't have access to Promethium. That's a problem, isn't it? How do we get Promethium again? Do we milk the... It's the chemical thingy, right? It's the fuel refinery, I think, converts FSX or chem fuel into Promethium. Or I think you can milk a boomalope. Milking a boomalope gets you just chem fuel. Okay, just kidding. That is a bit of an issue in it. We also need to figure out our weapon kits for the other non-rat kinfolk. Okay. Yeah, because Umi has an okay weapon, although I'd rather Umi be a ranged character. Mortal's definitely not going to go out there and fight for the most part. I'm not sure why it's not working this time. Or at least it... Oh, actually, no, you told him. Yeah. It should be fine. Right now, it's like your pawn's taking a bath anyways. Let's see. The bathtub at least works really well. Actually, I should be doing occupancy checks. Let's do occupancy checks on these, please. I don't want people walking in here without, you know, making sure it's safe. We got to get lights in these rooms, too, once we get electricity going. At least, again, this is going slowly. Okay. So as long as we can get more of this fertilizer all over the fields, we should be fine. And then we'll be able to ensure at least we grow crops quickly. 106% is basically the same as... It's a little better than rich soil, which is great. Because again, we gotta... This time I want to make sure we store a lot of extra food. My goal is to make sure we have enough hardtack to last us through the entire winter. And I think that's the problem. We didn't have enough hardtack to... We almost ran out of hardtack. We didn't eat any of the pemmican, which we probably should start cycling through the pemmican. But something to keep in mind as we continue to upgrade and expand our colony. So now our fields are growing, and it's kind of beautiful to behold. Yeah, I think it's actually quite nice to see this. If only it didn't take too long. Also, let me check one thing real quick. Ray was sending me something about like the device that I got her apparently does not like to be remain plugged into the wall. A little concerning. Okay. Overall, I think this run, at least I'm enjoying this run. I think it's kind of nice, like doing a little more of a low-tech run, slowly progressing to higher tech, even if it's a little jankier than normal. First, I'm gonna have you murder this hare. This hare is here for some reason. It needs to die. Oh, it's getting hot. We do need to do the temperature management now. How are we gonna do this? My TPS is also cratering, by the way. Just the sheer amount of animals is like, it's not good. This map has a lot of birds, and it's becoming a problem. Oh, we don't have a valid hunter? Is Kefir not a hunter? Wait, who's our hunters? Oh, we don't have any hunter. Oh, we don't have any hunters. How about this? Garm prioritizes hunting now, as does Unholy, as they both have fairly good weapons for this type of thing. So as long as someone's hunting down anything I ordered hunted, it should be okay, because we got to start trimming the animal. Surprisingly enough, melee weapons can't hunt. You need a mod for that, and I didn't install that mod yet. Otherwise, yes, I would make you #1 in hunting. I'd just send you out there to kill things. But actually, you're better off sitting here, and you're too good at your job of building things that I need you to actually just stay here and build everything in the colony. Which is probably not what you want to be doing, but it's unironically the things that I need you to be doing. You're too good at your job. Oh, I ran out of research. Okay, what are we researching next? What's next on the docket? We need... Let's see. We'll do... Let's see. Basic electronics is probably okay. And then we got royalty gear. ENIAC would be the next thing, which leads into microelectronics. But we don't need that right now. Let's do... Improved cabinet would also be really nice. We need defenses. Clockwork principles, okay. Swimming is probably unnecessary, but pretty cool anyways. That's a mad rat. I think we were gonna kill that rat anyways. Yeah, we were. Unholy's already here, so I guess we'll order Unholy to take care of it. Okay. The rat wasn't much of a challenge. Okay. Alright, let's see how quickly we can slap this out. I really need this built. Now, we have the stuff laid out. Actually, Garm, can you just deliver? I don't need Garm to build it. I just need someone to lay it. As long as someone delivers the materials, this is fine. Perfect. Nope, keep delivering. I need it all delivered. Okay, we need this all ready to go for when a builder's ready to slap it down. Xanth keeps wasting resources. Well, I mean, he's trying. His construction skill just sucks. 5.87. If you succeed, you do get better at it. Oh, wow, it's a 92% chance and you're still failing. Real Fire Emblem numbers here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this. We don't need this. I don't need to see the plans anymore, so I'm just gonna start. That's fine. Actually, just leave it there. Gives us a bit of a visualization. Okay, so the next big thing is weapons. For the Ratkin gear, I don't know how to get the gun lance. I can make a heavy lance. I can make an arbalist. Semi-automatic crossbow is also a really good option. Two-bladed sword for might be a little overkill. Where is the... Is there another Ratkin device that I'm not familiar? Maybe it's the electric smithy. Perhaps we need the electric smithy and that'll probably give us access to more unique things. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Also, I need to start checking who's alive at this hour. Okay. We might raid into Suspicious Wizardo, as he is very much playing some battle tech, which is definitely a game that exists that I don't know much about. All right, yeah, all right. My stomach's still feeling a little funny, so I might just end like right here for now. But next week, as we continue the Rimworld colony, we'll try to finish our crop fields here. We'll try to pipe and wire the entire main house, and we'll try to also get our electricity up and running, which we did not get a chance to do that. Let's see. Thank you, Ramiel3, for the follow. Welcome aboard, comrade. Let's see. What were you saying? Damn, you're already watching. Fancy getting raided into a new guy by 2 different raids. Wait, what do you mean? You're already watching Suspicious Wizard? Did he raid into someone else? Or is someone else raiding into him? Let's see. Ah, gotcha. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I am, like I said, I'm a little pained, and especially after having just come back from a 6-hour nightmare drive, so I'm ready to relax and enjoy the rest of my relaxing time and all that jazz. So thank you for joining, comrades. I hope you had fun. Tomorrow we'll do the funny train game. We'll see how it pans out. I am kind of excited to try it out. Hopefully you'll join me in riding a train through the streets of Japan, if I choose to play it. If I don't play it, we'll do something else. But it looks fun. I'm a sucker for that type of game. Hope you're ready for like 4 hours of me yapping about trains and other stuff. Good night, everyone. It's a good way for me to practice socializing like people. Okay, goodbye. Good night. Thank you for joining. I shall return on the morrow.